Hello. Hello, everybody. Everybody's having a wonderful day so far today. And, Silksong time. There is an Act 3 somewhere, supposedly, but there's also a boss fight. Memory serves, we had a boss fight that we were trying to beat, like, right outside this room. And first attempt is probably going to go pretty terribly, because first attempts, after a week of not playing Silksong on boss fights, never seem to go very well for me. So I've got to remember how to play Silksong and not Hollow Knight or any of the other games I play. Which does take a second. It does take a second for me to remind myself how to actually play. Uh-oh. That's about how I expect the first attempt after a break to go, usually. Yeah. Gotta 100% Steel Soul. It's pretty impressive. Steel Soul's not easy. Silksong's not an easy game to beat normally. Uh-oh. Okay, let's try to play a little bit more carefully this time. Because Silksong seems to generally reward me playing the game a little bit more cautiously instead of super aggressively. That was called how to not dodge. Okay, apparently I need to double jump if I want to go over those. I want to clear those horizontal slashes. Uh-oh. Still taking a lot of damage. Yeah, still taking a lot of damage to this boss. 26 hours. I'm at like 50 hours and I haven't even gotten Act 3, which is supposedly somewhere. Yeah, supposedly I have to like complete a bunch of quests to get Act 3, which is why I'm bashing up this boss. He just jumped right on my head, didn't he? Yeah, the boss really did just like jump straight on top of me right there. I do think I have the correct equipment loadout I want for this boss, at least. I just need to play a little more carefully. All the quests. Well, this is certainly a quest. Okay, apparently I can get bounced into things in weird ways. Okay, let's try to focus on keeping my health up. Silksong definitely seems to play a little bit closer to the more I try to focus on not actively taking a ton of damage, the better I seem to usually wind up doing. Which is, it's an interesting style of gameplay that I don't see in a ton of games. Like that whole like try to play a bit more evasively side. Okay, if I take another hit to get my silk back, yeah, if I take another hit to get silk back from the bossy stuff, I'm gonna run out of health. Just a little bit out of health. I know I've gotten them stunned a couple of times. I really do need to just pay a little bit better attention to their attacks. Yeah, if I double jump that attack, then... Yeah, double jumping that attack seems to be the play. Yeah, okay. If I can double jump... That is not the attack I was expecting. I was gonna say, if I can double jump some of these attacks, I'm in decent shape. Because I can double jump over a lot of these attacks. I did not expect them to go as far back as they did on that horizontal. Or that attack where they're falling out of the air. Seems like they do like 3 separate follow-ups for it. All the Wayfarer quests, at least. And Yeah, that 17 quests is still a lot. I'm pretty sure I've gotten 17 quests already. But I know that this is a quest I haven't completed yet. Is to help this guy out and free them from... Or at least it was to help them out, chase them around, and then... that they sent me an invitation to apparently... Not my own... They sent me an invitation to my own funeral, and I'm attending. Which is questionable decision-making on my part. Because, yeah, I need to be a little bit more careful, I think. Because, yeah, I feel like being a little bit more careful is the correct play here. Yeah, these attacks deal a lot of damage. Actually, they don't deal that much damage. A lot of the attacks in the other bosses deal double damage. But this boss seems to mostly just deal single damage. Still a scary boss because they move super fast. And yeah, the boss moving super fast does automatically make them more threatening. Because I have an absolutely atrocious reaction time to most things. Yeah, I have an absolutely atrocious reaction time, which tends to be problematic for a lot of boss fights. Okay, did they get even faster here? I think they got even faster. Yeah, I think they got even faster now. Yeah, talk to Caretaker. I think I'll go talk to them again after this fight. I think I might be missing a quest somewhere, and I also want to save all the fleas at some point before we trigger Act 3. Because we don't have a ton of fleas left. Yeah, we don't have a ton of fleas left, so I want to save them all before Act 3, because I'm guessing Act 3 is going to, at best, make it more difficult to save the fleas, and at worst, make it impossible to save the fleas. Okay, this guy is so fast. Yeah, this boss is so fast. It is super hard for me to actually get a hit off on them without taking damage. Because, yeah, I'm just not expecting... I'm just not expecting them, and I still am having a really hard time actually reading their attacks. Need to be in Act 3 for all fleas. Or at least all fleas on map right now. Because there's definitely fleas that we're missing. That are... that we know where they are because we bought all the flea maps. Okay, let's try to not run out of health. Because this I think is my best attempt so far, at least. Yeah, this is, I think, my best attempt so far, at least, but also this boss is somewhat terrifying. Yeah, this boss is somewhat terrifying, and I'm not sure how much health they actually have. But it's definitely a large amount of health. I needed to not get hit by those attacks. Because those attacks hurt. Okay, oh shoot, we're at 1 health again. This boss has a lot of health. Oh shoot, yeah. Okay, yeah, that boss has a lot of health. And because I made it a long ways there, and I feel like I was pretty close though. But they have, because yeah, I know if I check the map. Yeah, recommend I get all spool fragments before Act 3. I don't know where those are that I'm missing. spool fragments, or apparently, or I think there's at least one more mask shard, possibly 5 more mask shards that I'm missing. But I know where at least a couple of the missing fleas are. Yeah, I know where at least a couple missing fleas are, which does help. Yeah, I need to get better at... For this boss fight, I think I need to get better at remembering how to actually use the parry of the Hunter's Crest. Or potentially I can switch back to the Reaper's Crest, because that would make a lot of these parries somewhat easier, I think. At least for me, because I'm trying to pogo them on the top of the head. Though the Hunter's Crest is good for boss fights. Because it's a little bit faster, so it lets me punish a lot more attacks. But I'm still not great at pogos with this crest. I'm still not great at the pogos with this crest. Which I think does not necessarily help. But I'm at least using 9 masks, one of which is exclusive to Act 3, so there is at least more mask shards I think I can get, because I think I'm only at 8 right now. Yeah, I think I'm only at 8, which is good, but not the best, because that's actually only 4 health against a lot of the bosses in the game. Because we love the fact that like every boss that deals double damage. Definitely has never caused me any problems. Yeah, okay, this boss really does just have like an absurdly large health pool. Yeah, this boss really does just have the like absurd health pool of Doom. Because we have multiple damage upgrades, and they're still taking just about 1 billion hits to actually take out. Because, yeah, I am at least learning the boss patterns, though. Okay, I needed to not take a hit there. Yeah, they are... Okay, I'm just trying to not take damage first and foremost, because there are a lot of this boss really does throw out just a lot of they also have a lot of variety behind their attacks. Yeah, there's a mask shard in Bilewater. That's what you guys keep saying, that I'm missing a mask shard in Bilewater, and because I don't think I got that one. And I severely dislike Bilewater. So I keep not getting it because I severely dislike Bilewater. And I don't like having to go through Bilewater. I think my least favorite of the areas in Silksong is Bilewater. Okay, can I please hit the boss without just taking damage from them running around like a mad bug? I suppose they're not technically a bug. They're technically a bug-shaped machine. Which is, I guess, technically an improvement over them just being a bug that's bashing me up for once. Because I can call them a machine and forgive myself for... Okay, that was not clean right there. Yeah, I need to be a little bit more careful. I need to be a little bit more careful. Because I'm kind of running a little bit low on the health side of things. And I don't like that, because this boss fight just never seems to end. Yeah, this boss fight just never seems to actually end. Because they have I feel like this boss has more health than, like, basically any other boss I've had to fight the entire game. Okay. That really feels like they have the most health of anything I've had to deal with so far. By the purity of your will, the clarity of your intent, you are innocent of the silken curse. Veiled as this sentinel, your judgment will it accept. Is this truly failure, Gilded One? You meant to test me, and have done so. I would expect nothing less of a true guardian. The matter is resolved. There's no need for death. Stand, and let us part as friends. Yeah, I don't need to defeat them fully. I just needed to get them to stop attacking me. Hey, look, it's another quest completed. We are completing a lot of quests. Accept a token of the Sentinel's order. As friends, let us part. Ooh, is that a tool? That is a tool. Ornate artifact of the Citadel, able to hold a bind's worth of silk. Used when healing is needed and one's natural resources run low. The reserve bind will be restored when resting on a bench. That's honestly kind of cool. That's a nifty tool, I think. I may wind up using that a lot. Or I may wind up using that. I do want to switch back to Reaper Crest if I'm going to be exploring around, though. Because this is kind of my exploration quest. Or my exploration crest. But yeah. So supposedly, from what I'm hearing, there is a mask shard somewhere in Bilewater. The question is where in Bilewater. I do see a flea I'm missing in Bilewater also. So I definitely have to go through Bilewater regardless. I think the fastest way is the Putrefied Ducts entrance to get to the flea. And then hopefully I find the mask shard while I'm on my way to the flea. Because I do really want the extra health. But it is concerning that it's in Bilewater, because I don't like Bilewater. And I suspect I'm not alone in my dislike of Bilewater. Okay. Because now I can at least drop down through. And Putrefied Ducts, I think I like even less than Bilewater, just solely because of... Actually, that enemy's not terrible. Solely because of the enemies that are below me, that type. Yeah, that type of enemy really bothers me. Will it not get grabbed? Really? It's just not going to grab it. Okay. Yeah. So you look at the map. I will look at the map once I'm not in a room that I'm being actively attacked at. Because yeah, I don't know where this one that's supposedly... Mask shard that's supposedly in Bilewater is, but I don't think I've picked it up yet. I'm just heading towards the flea down here, though. Because, yeah, we just need to go down, not Bilehaven entrance, but the entrance below Bilehaven entrance. So it might not hurt for me to stop into the Bilehaven entrance, and just for the bench, because I didn't actually use the bench at Grand Bellway. I didn't actually use the bench at Grand Bellway at all. So I do need... Or I do want to use a bench somewhere more this side. Because supposedly there is a... That's called how to not fall all the way down. Because, yeah, supposedly there's a flea off to the right somewhere. Yeah, somewhere off to the right here, there's supposedly a flea. There is also one of those guys just deciding to hang around and knock me into a bunch of spikes. because they are going to just spawn at the most inconvenient locations possible. I think is generally how it goes. Okay, there we go. Okay, I don't know if I've actually made it through a lot of these rooms before, which might be why I'm missing the fleas. Because, yeah, there are a distinct lack of... Yeah, okay, these enemies in Biowater are kind of the reason I'm not a fan of this entire area. I'm not even sure where that guy jumped from, but apparently there's a flea around here somewhere. I don't know if it's a secret breakable wall? Yeah, I'm guessing there's a breakable wall off to the right somewhere. Because I see that guy jumping out of this wall repeatedly. Which is kind of interesting. Yeah, that is... I am somewhat low on the health side of things right now. And that has me concerned. Okay, oh, there it is. Okay. Well, I found where the flea entrance is. I definitely found where the flea is. That might actually be easier to get at from the right side instead of the left side. Because these rooms over to the right are at least a little faster to run through. And I can also steal some of the silk from... it's not that ceiling, it's the other ceiling. Yeah, one of the ceilings. I already have the shard. Okay, so there's still a shard I'm missing somewhere. Yeah, there's still a shard I'm definitely missing somewhere because I believe I'm only one mask shard short. Looking at the map, I believe I'm only one mask shard short of actually having everything. Okay, let's take out the creepy insect. Because, yeah, I believe that I just need one more mask shard to get my last health, or to get my 9th shard upgrade. Okay, I don't need to go up in this room. I need to go, if memory serves, it was over to the left. Because, yeah, I'm trying to get to the flea, which I at least found the flea. Which is, they are over here somewhere. Was it this one? No, it was not this one. I did not mean to fall into the goop water right there. I did not mean to fall into the goop water. Okay. It is nice that I'm dealing I did not mean to fall into that goop water either. Okay, because now I don't have enough silk to be able to heal. And it was this one over here. I did not need to fall all the way down. So I just gooped myself for no reason. Okay, because then I can at least knock those spikes down. Okay, there we go. One flea saved. Did I get the one in Mount Faye? I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember if I got the mask shard from Mount Faye. I'm gonna assume probably not, unless I've gone and double checked it, because I don't at least immediately remember getting it, and I know I'm gonna need to jump over there for a couple of fleas shortly anyways. Because I need to get there for a couple of fleas anyways. That is not the correct pathway. I need to go up. Because, yeah, next goal is make it back to... I mean, I suppose that's one way to make it back to the bench. I do think I got the one from Wormways, but could be misremembering. I think I did a pretty thorough job of exploring Wormways. Because, yeah, I don't think I necessarily care about my rosary beads right now. I don't think I necessarily care about the rosary beads. I I had for my cocoon right now, because there was only a couple of them, and... Oh, this is not the correct path. It was... I think I need to go to the right? Somewhere. And not climb all the way up. Ah, it was right here. Because now that puts me into the tall room, which means I need to jump up through the hole in the ceiling. Yeah, there we go. I have a vague semblance of an idea of where I'm going through all these areas at this point. I do like the vine creatures because they eat the other ones. Yeah, at the bottom entrance, go down after the spearing thing immediately. I don't know which one you're talking about, if that's for the Wormways one or the Mount Fae one. Because there are a lot of... There's a lot of stuff just around. But yeah, I will always take the bench. Because I need the... Yeah, there was another flea down near the bottom of Bile Water that I'm supposedly missing. Cause I just want to finish all the fleas also. Definitely more of a side quest cleanup stream. Wormways, gotcha. I think I might have gotten that one. I think I might have gotten that one because I think it was like possibly over there. That I could be misremembering. Okay, so this flea is kind of over to the left near exhaust organ. It's behind a breakable wall. If it's behind a breakable wall, then there's a non-zero chance I missed it. So that one's also probably worth checking. Okay, apparently we're just forced to get goop watered right there. So yeah, apparently there's a flea, at least according to the flea map, there's a flea somewhere over in this area. Okay, we're a bit too far to the right now. What was that pin for? I don't remember what that pin was for. Oh, that was for the other stuff. Yeah, you need to go to Isner. Yeah, I know there was... Because, yeah, I see a flea here. Yeah, Sinner's Road for that flea. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm kind of on the border between the two. And I don't see any way to get up from this side. So I'm guessing it's probably a loop around from Sinner's Road. I just don't know if it's going to be a loop around from here or like if there's going to be a wall here that then goes up or what. Because obviously I've been missing this flea. Yeah, through the mist place. I mean, we're kind of already in that area because we've cleared the mist. We just haven't found the flea. Yeah, we just haven't found the flea in this area. Which does make it a little bit on the tricky side. I need to go up. Because yeah, okay, there's a lot of just stuff, and I'm not ever entirely sure, because it could also be left side of the inside of exhaust organ. Which I kind of want to jump in there anyways, because there's a bench not that far through exhaust organ. Yeah, there's a bench not that far through exhaust organ that will let me clear the fact that I am currently gooped. But also there's flying enemies, and flying enemies are basically my worst nightmare. Where was the bench in exhaust organ? I know there's a bench in here somewhere. I'm mostly here for the bench. I mostly went inside for the bench. That I know exists here somewhere. Just because I do not like having the goop maggots on me constantly. But I apparently can't remember where the bench actually is. There it is. There it is. Because that clears. Yeah, that clears my goop maggoting. Which I will absolutely take. Okay, there Yeah, Sinner's Road is kind of a creepy area. Granted, I suppose it makes sense given it's called Sinner's Road and not like Happy People's Road. Because yeah, there are a lot of just pathways. Yeah, there's a lot of pathways hidden around Farloom that I just never found. Yeah, might need to be Act 3 for this flea. I mean, we can always come check. Yeah, it feels weird that it would give me a flea on the map that I can't actually get to. It's kind of my working theory. Because yeah, that's at least my theory, is that it's weird that I wouldn't be able to get it. Yeah, go to Exhaust Organ, go all the way to the right. Because yeah, there are a lot of things. I don't see a tunnel here. Yeah, I don't see a tunnel here. Because yeah, the flea maps are an Act 2 item. Yeah, the flea maps are an Act 2 item as far as I can tell. So it would make sense that it would show stuff that I can get still. But also, who knows? Yeah, it feels like it's kind of like tucked up into the ceiling of this area. I just fell in the maggots. I don't like the muck maggots. Because yeah, I can't tell if it's... I can't tell where the flea is, because if it's located in Exhaust Organ, or if the pathway to it is through Exhaust Organ, it's entirely possible I would have missed it. It's entirely possible I would have missed it. But it's also entirely possible that I'm just missing whatever unlock I need to actually get to it. Yeah, there's not that many, because I suppose I could also technically be coming down from above and come down from here to get towards it. Because yeah, it does not... Yeah, kind of just running through Exhaust Organ right now, trying to both remember where things are and also check for secret pathways that I've been missing. Because I don't see anything up there. I don't see anything up there, at least. Though I think there is still at least one more, because that's Phantom's room. There's also a lot of spikes. If there's one thing I'm good at, it is running into the spikes. Constantly. Yeah, case in point, I am very good at running into spikes in Silksong. Yeah, very, very good at running into spikes in Silksong. Because, oh my gosh, there are a lot of things just around. Okay, there is an entire right pathway that I... Apparently this guy didn't respawn when I sat at the bench. Or didn't despawn when I sat at the bench. Yeah, there's definitely a pathway off to the right that I couldn't get at from below. Yeah, I found it. Is it somewhere? I don't know what you think you found. Go up and left. I don't know which up and left you are referring to, because the stream does have a couple seconds of delay. I'm just kind of running around. There's always a couple of seconds of delay on the stream. It does make it. Yeah, you say here, but with the stream delay. Yeah, with the stream delay, give me like directions relative to like Phantom's room or the bench. Because those are both fixed points and not me running around like a mad person or like a mad crazy cat boy. Because, yeah, I can't really go left. Or at least can't easily go left. Because there is a giant pile of spikes. Because, yeah, there is a giant pile of spikes. Oh, there is a pathway there. Oh. I did not realize there was a pathway there. That would be... I mean, that gets me up... That gets me up top. That is another flea rescued. Yeah, that is another flea rescued. Yeah, that's a tricky one. That's not obvious at all. So I think I can forgive myself for missing that flea the first time through. Yeah, now we have... There's 2 over by Slab Mount Faye area that we need to pick up, and then I also still very much would like to find Last Mass Shard I'm missing. Yeah, didn't know it either. Yeah, that's a tricky one. Not gonna lie, that is a very, very tricky flea to find. I think that the slab flea is probably just like ridiculously obvious, and I just have been missing it the entire time. Yeah, yep. That's a flea. That is definitely one of the fleas I was missing. Was just one jump up. This flea's in an interesting spot. Because I think I need to climb partway up Mount Faye to get over there. Yeah, I think I need to climb partway up Mount Faye to get to that location. Which is potentially slightly problematic. Actually, it's not that bad. Yeah, climbing Mount Faye is not actually that terribly bad if I can remember how to get through the first room. Yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah, Mount Faye is not terrible. I do believe I need to climb up here and then go left to get to that flea's location. That's my guess, at least. Yeah, that's at least my best guess I've got. Is that I need to climb up. Yeah, luckily though we have the cloak, so I don't need to worry about having to like speed run the entire area. Cause yeah, not having to focus on speed running the entirety of Mount Faye while I'm also trying to just clear it, because we have the semi-limited weird levels of movement from having double jump already does help. Does help, because Mount Faye was pretty tricky the first time I came through here. I think I might want to run up to the bench, though going up to that bench is kind of tricky. I just happen to know that there's a thing that shoots lasers that could zero out my health pool faster than I'd like. Yeah, let's make it. Okay, actually the bench is not that far up. For some reason I thought that the bench was further up than that. Because that's actually super close by. Yeah, I know that these things are a little bit on the slightly annoying side to deal with. Okay, the flea is further to the left still. Go to where that mask shard was. I don't remember where that mask shard was. Which is the problem. Yeah, I know for a fact that I'm missing just stuff from around this area. Because yeah, the flea is somewhere around here. Also, apparently I just never collapsed that one bit of ceiling. Okay, oh, there is just a secret pathway up here. Oh, that's useful. Okay, that's a pretty flea easy. It was close to a bench I don't have. If I don't have the bench, I don't know where the bench is. Is there a bench like over here somewhere that I'm missing? Maybe? That feels potentially correct. Okay, let's not fall into the damaging spike water. Yeah, I think I managed to, like, when I initially came through this area, I think I managed to skip a lot of just items. A worm place lower down, so that is probably the mask shard I'm missing as well. I don't think I have anything else in Mount Fae that I need at the moment. I just need to now make it out of Mount Fae intact. Yeah, go left and down. Because yeah, I don't think there's anything else in Mount Fae that I actively need. Unless there's like something hidden like over here that I just missed the first time around. Because there's the worm place. Yeah, there's the worm place. From where I was at the flea, go left and down. Like over here, or like over here, or like over here, first or second. Because I can make it up to where that flea was pretty easily, at least. Yeah, that flea's not in a terribly difficult to make it to location. Though we do lose a lot of just health running around Mount Fae. And Mount Fae is very good at just slowly zeroing out my health pool. Because yeah, this area is not super tricky, but it does just have a lot of spikes and stuff. Yeah, spikes and stuff everywhere. Okay. Yeah, that's actually a lot easier than I remember the climb up being. I do think I want to stop by the bench again. So let's make sure I'm not out of silk when I'm trying to use the claw line. Yeah, I'm just restoring my health up at the bench real quick. But yeah, because I can get back to the flea pretty. I can make it back to the flea pretty easily here. Yeah, I obviously am not finding some of these secrets on my own or at this point, given. Okay, I want to hit the silk spool just to get my health back up, and then I can recross over here. Okay, apparently I didn't fall in the water enough to freeze. Because yeah, this is the room for number 1, which is the flea is up. That flea was fairly well hidden, all things considered. I don't see anything down. I don't see anything down there, at least. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything over there. I don't know if I can go up here. I'm not sure if I can get far enough up, though. Because I can't really bounce. I can't really bounce on the spike walls in this room. Which does not help me climb. Yeah, I don't... Yeah, I don't think I can get up there. So I think I might need to go in from the bottom. I think I might need to go in from the bottom. Because I don't think I can climb up that room any further. Luckily, it is very easy for me to get down. And luckily, it's very easy for me to get down. Apparently a little bit too far. Honestly, I may just warp... I may just death warp up to the bench. I think the fastest way is to just death warp up to the bench. To get back up. Because it's still not terribly far, and I don't really care about my cocoon right now. I don't really care about my cocoon right now. At all? Yeah, I don't care about my cocoon at all right now. Because, yeah, there's a pathway. I'm looking for what looks like breakable walls and whatnot. I'm not seeing any, at least. Granted, my ability to spot breakable walls is usually is somewhere between not and definitely not. Because, yeah, I at least didn't see a breakable wall. On that fall. But now we're at least a little bit closer over towards where saying stuff is. Okay, because, yeah, this room is not... Yeah, this room is not terrible to navigate. Yeah, the Master Mount phase is not behind a wall. I have the bench. I have a bench over here. So I might have already gotten this Mask Shard. There are a number of shards that... Because, yeah, there's still the one shard I'm missing somewhere, though. Yeah, I'm working my way to the left. It is just a little bit not the easiest thing, because I don't remember if I think I saw this Mask Shard, and then may have forgotten that it exists. Because it was up here. Okay, I think I already got it. I think I already got this Mask Shard. Which is unfortunate. I think that's somewhat unfortunate, because yeah, the bench reminded me of the Mask Shard. Yeah, there's still the one that I might have missed in Wormways that you're mentioning. Of course, getting to Wormways means I have to traverse back through Mount Fae to get to a fast travel point. Because there is a distinct lack of stuff in... Yeah, these areas have just this distinct lack of useful stuff. Okay, let's not freeze in the freezing water. And also, let's not get zapped by this thing to doom. Okay, I can take it out, though. Yes, at the room with the simple key door. I know where the simple key door in Wormways is. Yeah, I know where the simple key door in Wormways is. That's one of the few things I actually know about Wormways. That and where the Plasmium guy is. Of course, I still gotta make it. Still gotta make it back there. It's the water below it. I don't know if I've gotten that one. That doesn't sound familiar to me. That would be... Hold on, what's the best way to get there? There's apparently a flea I'm missing in Sands of Karak. There's apparently just a flea I'm missing up there. That one's not too difficult to get to. I think that from the Marrow's probably might be faster than Bone Bottom. To get to the room, or to get to the simple key door, because that's off to the left, instead of having to climb up and around. Yeah, because then I can just run off this way. Because the simple key door is... Oh, the elevator. That's honestly a fair point. I don't think I've taken that I think I've only ever taken that elevator like once, so I don't actually remember where it is. Also, I probably should have sat at a bench. Yeah, I probably should have sat at a bench, given my previous bench is like halfway through Mount Fay. Yeah, my previous bench was halfway through Mount Fay, so I think sitting at the bench is a good idea. Uh-oh. Okay, apparently there's a boss fight at Bone Bottom. I cannot say I was expecting that. I can't say I was necessarily expecting Skull Tyrant to just show up in Bone Bottom. Yeah, they're luckily not terrible. That is not the correct button. Hold on, what was the parry button? Why did that not work the last like 3 times I tried? I took a bunch of damage right there because my parry was not parrying. Yeah, my parry was not parrying, and I think I just had the timing wrong. Thank you, Silksong, for suddenly boss fight. Yeah, suddenly boss fight. Okay, let's maybe be a little bit more careful. Yeah, they're really not a terrible boss. Though I say that as I've lost them, like, it has to be a non-up or down RB press. I probably hit up or down by mistake. I probably hit up or down by mistake. Yeah, the parry's not that difficult to hit. But I do know that apparently every time I try to parry Skull Tyrant, I wind up taking a bunch of damage. Okay, I need to keep my Silk up enough that I can actually parry. Okay, yeah, they're still not that difficult of a boss fight. I just was not expecting that. Aw, my bench, they broke my bench. They broke my bench there. If I go into and then out of the station again to repair stuff. Okay, they're rebuilding it. Ah, here she is, safe after all. I was worried your battle with that enormous beast had left you badly wounded. I killed Pilby. Shames me to have left you in danger there, Missy. But I'm no warrior, and my tools ain't no match for a creature like that. It is well that you kept yourself safe. Settlement needs a fixer now, not a warrior. Heh, maybe that's true. Times like these, all we can do is put our heads down and try to rebuild. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, they showed up, wrecked the town, and then tried to destroy me. Or then tried to just bash me to bits. I don't think I can necessarily be blamed for Pilbekin's solo Grandmother Silk. To be fair, Grandmother Silk is not that difficult of a boss fight. Or rather, they're a difficult boss fight, but they're not, like, ridiculously difficult to deal with. Because I'm pretty sure I beat them, like, second try. Yeah, having dash makes this room a lot easier. I don't even know if I need to necessarily stop. Yeah, this is the room that the simple keys... Yeah, this is the simple key room, at least. So it sounds like it's down here. Yeah. Only dies to contact damage. know back? Because it's somewhere. 'Cause, yeah, I mean, this is at least the room. Yeah, this is at least the room that the simple key lets me into. I'm gonna heal while I have the chance. Because Wormways is basically an area full of just free silk. No, it's not. Am I just misremembering? Oh no, it was this room. Was it this room that had this simple key? Because it might have been that room that had the simple key and not that room. So I could have sworn it was this one. Or is it there? Wormway starts further to the right than I thought it did. Yeah, Wormway starts further to the right than I thought it did. Yeah, maybe I already got it. It's possible I already got this one. Because this feels like where it would have been. Yeah, I'm not sure where the last mask shard is. We have what, like, I think we only have a couple more fleas though. Because I'm not seeing a bunch of flea markers on the map. I don't see any over here. I don't see any flea markers off to the right. Not seeing any flea markers in the middle. Yeah, the only flea marker I'm seeing is the one in Sands of Karak? I'm not sure how to read that name. Hi there. I can outrun you now. Did I get the Farfields one? I'm not sure. Yeah, if I knew which one I was missing, I would have gotten it by now. And then also there is, because yeah, I can summon Bellbeast the fun way now. Okay, I'm gonna grab the flea from Sands of Karak. The Sands of difficult to pronounce names. I believe that is the correct terminology. Let me sit at the bench. My previous bench was the slightly wrecked bone bottom bench. Yeah, slightly wrecked bone bottom bench. Yeah, I gotta say, I was not expecting that. Yeah, you have to call them normally one time to hear their name. Yeah, I've called them normally a bunch of times. Though, now I have though I suppose I'd never heard their name that way, so maybe I always called them with the instruments instead of the not-so instruments. Okay, we have a decent pathway through this area because I've beaten the conch flies at least, and I believe that they were off to the right. Hold on. Is there something up? Is there anything up there? This room goes up a suspiciously long ways. What did I just find? I just found something that I was just like, that room's going up a suspiciously long ways. Vault nest. Oh, it's the home of this. It's the home of those things. I don't like those things. Yeah, I didn't like those things before, when the last time we saw them. Yeah, granted, the last time I saw those was... in the Memoriam area, I think is what that area is called. Yeah, I think that area was... I think the last area we went to was called Memoriam. This is... Okay, apparently we've been missing an entire area for... who knows how long. I'm hoping that there's a... I'm hoping I didn't miss a bench off to the left. That would make me sad. Because, yeah, missing a bench off to the left would make me sad. Or off to the right, I suppose. But that would also kinda track. Because, suddenly, boss fight. And I am not in boss fight mode. Granted, I deal a decent amount of damage. I mean, that's a boss fight. I don't know what that boss fight gives me. I don't know what that boss fight gives me. I'm guessing that that's probably not the Mask Shard, because that being the Mask Shard would be too easy for me. Yeah, that being the Mask Shard would be too easy for me. So I'm guessing it's not the Mask Shard. So that would be fun if it was. I'm guessing that's probably a boss that gives you a tool of some... a tool of some variety. Yeah. I'd guess it's a tool of some variety, which... I mean, more tools is useful, and also, now that I know that there's a boss there, I can't leave the boss alone. Because, dang me for, being a good explorer. Gonna find myself just stuck in areas that are full of creepy things. Yeah, it doesn't... Luckily, the area is not full of enemies and zappy things. Though the fall down here is kinda tricky. Yeah, this fall is a little bit tricky. I'm hoping that this isn't just like a bench off to the right. Though that would also definitely track. Hardened outcrop of Voltrian. Okay, new Materium entry. I'm not sure what a Materium entry even is supposed to mean. I'm not sure what a Materium entry is even supposed to mean. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that there's a bench somewhere. Though that appears to just be a shortcut back up. Can I climb back up and around? I don't think I can. Yeah, I don't think I can climb back up and around there. The fact that there's no bench has me concerned, given that this is a boss fight over here. Given this is a boss fight over here, not having a bench has me concerned. Because this isn't the hardest area to get to, but this is quite a ways back. Yeah, this area is quite a ways tucked back up in, or tucked back in here. So, okay, those are kind of difficult to dodge. Yeah, those are kind of a little tricky for me to dodge successfully. I don't know how difficult this boss is, because I don't know how much health they have, or if they have, like, other phases either. Because, yeah, what I do know is that I need to not be standing in the zappy things. Yeah, don't stand in the zappy things. Because standing in the zappy things hurts. Yeah, standing and zappy things hurts. Who would have guessed? Getting electrocuted is a rather painful thing. Okay, I managed to. Okay, they're not that difficult. Just can't say I was necessarily expecting a boss fight there. Volt filament can be coiled around the thread, imbuing silk skills with electric charge. That's an interesting tool. Apparently that's just an entire boss fight that I was just missing. Yeah, I gotta love when I'm just like missing a random boss fight. I mean, we got it. Cannot say I was necessarily expecting that. I suppose that answers the question of, okay, so I've seen all the areas from the Memoriam area, except for the Zappy Thing area. So where's the Zappy Thing area? Paris is tucked into the top of Sands of Karak. I'm not sure how long that would have taken me to find had I not been hunting fleas. Because we still do have the flea above this area. Or above this room. So I'm guessing there's a secret up top somewhere? Yeah, I'm guessing that there's yeah, it looks like there's a secret up there. Yeah, it ain't the top. Yeah, I know that I can see that there's a flea hidden around here somewhere at least. Okay, I do not like these conch flies though. Because they spawn in like the most inconvenient spots imaginable. Yeah, Coral Tower has the most just annoying gauntlet. I don't know if I know where that area is. I don't know if I know where Coral Gauntlet is. Okay, because yeah, it feels like I should be able to make it up and then go left potentially to make it to the flea area. Yeah, this feels like the pathway to the fleas is like over here somewhere. Yeah, this feels like the flea because I don't recall doing this bit of platforming before. Okay, yeah, that's definitely the spot I need to get. Because I don't think I've been up there, ever. Luckily, Sands of Karak has gotten a lot easier to navigate now that I've sort of learned the mechanics of the area. Because yeah, now that I've sort of learned the mechanics of the area, which makes it not too terribly difficult to get through. Yeah, there we go. Almost got there. Yeah, 5 gauntlets in a row followed by a boss. That sounds terrifying. Okay, I at least see how to get the flea now. When I'm not getting slightly bashed by running out of silk at the most inopportune time. Okay, there we go. Save the fleas. Save all the fleas that I know about on the map, at least. Because I think that's all the fleas on the map. Which means I think I can probably get something from the flea caravan from that, from what I've heard. Can unlock a shortcut, but it's still a gauntlet. I'm going to run into that area at some point, I suspect. Because, yeah, I don't see any other flea markers on the map. Yeah, I don't see any other flea markers on the map, which means I think think that's all the fleas. Yeah, I think that's all the fleas. Which, downside means that we get to go back to putrefied ducts. Yeah. That downside means I get to go to putrefied ducts. I still don't know where the mask shard is. Like, I legitimately can't think of where the mask shard would be. Because there's the mask shard. Then there's whatever I need to do to trigger or to unlock Act 3. Because, yeah, this area is at least not terrible. I think I'm going to only go through this area the one direction, though. Yeah, I think I'm only going to run through this area this direction forwards. And then I think I'm going to probably... I think I'm probably going to then, like, just warp to the bench by dying. Because I don't necessarily want to have to run all the way back through this area from Fleetopia. They really did pick, like, the just weirdest to get to area. Hi there. Oh, my dear friend, Miss Hornet. Look at how many of the lost fleas have come home. It seems even the last few stragglers are now with us. That is well, Flea Master. My travels through this land have been far and deep, and yet at almost every reach I met the friendly, inquisitive presence of your kind. You fleas have an uncommon desire for adventure, which I find admirable, even if it is seldom matched by capability. Though I am long accustomed to traveling alone, following your journey and sharing some part of its progress has been a warm thing. And so happy you, too... Oh, I can't read this. And so happy, too, have you made we fleas. I would be honored to bestow one final gift unto you, Miss Hornet. A treasure from Fleakind's glorious past. May it mark you forever as a friend to us all. Egg of Flelia. Decreases the cost of silk skills by health. Well, that's kind of maybe useful? That is cool. Yeah, I'll try running back through the area, but there's a pretty good chance I don't survive running back through this area. Just statistically speaking. Statistically speaking, I tend to get slightly stuck running back to this area. So apparently I've just figured it out at this point. Talk to them again. That required me to run all the way back through the fleas, or this room again. So I suppose I'm getting pretty good at clearing this room. I suppose I'm getting pretty good at clearing this room. But yeah, I can get there. Though, I like the flea on the bench. Have you met her yet? Our burly new companion, Bog. Fresh return from a long time spent tracking. We have met, Flea Master. It gladdens me that so strong a flea exists as her. Yours was a caravan sorely lacking for protection, and I am too bound by my own tasks to provide it for you. Why, we would never impose so. And now, no matter. Her scent may be strong, and her taste for brew bottomless, but her skill is sharp. If predators draw close, her talents will provide much confidence to our caravan. You are welcome here always, Miss Hornet, true friend of fleas. I will read the entire paragraph of text here in just a second. Stay as long as you care. Rest in your store. We many fleas do so enjoy your company. Yeah, deep in the bowels of the unknown lies a familiar sort of foe, a darkness so dark light can't defeat. To brave it, 3 hearts you need. Dive deep inside yourself after flying through. I am very bad at riddles. Yeah, I'm very bad at riddles, and I have no clue what that's trying to say. Okay, let's see if I survive running through this room again. Yeah, the Sunkiss technique aura farm. Don't try to do a lot of aura farming. Also, welcome to the stream. There is a hole in the ceiling somewhere. There it is. Because yeah, making it back out. I like how the difficulty is not making it to Fleetopia. It's making it to Fleetopia and back. I mean, I suppose that sort of technically works. A new person. Yeah, I am very bad at riddles, and that riddle does not give me much of a clue of where to go. I do want to check the Songclave, because apparently there's a quest trigger once I complete all quests for unlocking Act 3 somewhere at Songclave. Yeah, somewhere around Songclave. Yeah, it'll make sense in Act 3. It definitely does not make sense to me right now. Yeah, we are... Yeah, apparently there's a trigger for Act 3 somewhere. That would be First Shrine. First Shrine to Songclave. I think I have like a 90% rate of running out of this room to the left every time. Why is there only one person? Not sure why. I feel like I need to delete that message because YouTube will not appreciate me letting that message stick around. Yeah, that feels like a message that YouTube will... Yeah, and it did block it from its autofilter. Hi there. Oh, hoy there. I was hoping we would meet here, Red Maiden. Rising at last to the heights of the Citadel, and being amongst so many of my brothers and sisters. It is a blessing indeed. Yet, yes, a blessing. Your voice belies some hesitation in that belief, little pilgrim. You have seen now the reality of this broken place. What do you make of it, truly? Do not judge me a doubter. The Citadel is a holy place indeed, resplendent and vast beyond my wildest hopes. But yet, the grand halls ache with silence, and I see suffering in the shadows wherever I peer too deeply. Sharbidus? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Fear and pain. Why were these things allowed in our paradise? Have my brothers and sisters not yet earned their holy reward? They're at least new. Stay close, sister. One will only bring death, point, and pain. They're at least a new character there. Here they limply lay, the castaways in the delusion. Okay, I've already seen that text. Because, yeah, am I still missing a quest somewhere? That's kind of what I'm worried, is that I'm missing a quest. Because, yeah, Zazaz and I will tarry here longer. Have I done balm for the wounded? I don't think so. I don't know why I went down here. That's not Songclave. Yeah, I don't think I've done balm for the wounded. Because we have the quest log at least, so I can check. Looking. I don't see that. Yeah, the worm that sucks in prey using whirlpool and spitting it out. Gotcha, yeah. I don't see balm for the wounded. And there's nothing on the wish wall. Do I need to like just trigger it by sitting at a different bench outside of the area maybe? I know that happens sometimes where I've unlocked stuff and I just need to go sit at a bench in Epic the Musical. I don't think I've seen that musical. Yeah, I'm guessing I just need to trigger... I'm going to just try to re-trigger anything in First Shrine by just resting at a bench not in First Shrine. Because sometimes... I've noticed that sometimes if I rest at a bench in a different area, things happen. Yeah, I don't see it. This place is holy, yes, but I worry at the suffering of our fellow pilgrims. So many are hurt or exhausted. Your doubts and worries will not heal them, little one. If you would aid your fellows, you can start by dressing their wounds. That feels very related to balm for the wounded wish. The simple rags found around the settlement will do for bandages. Oh, that's an excellent idea, Red Maiden. Normally, I'd think a song would suffice, but yes, more direct action is certainly needed. And the citadel itself shall provide the materials. Praise be to the holiest of holy places. There is a bench in here, isn't there? Yeah. Already know your attack. When you attack with Whirlpool that sucks and prey. Yeah, fear not, brothers and sisters. We work hard and keep our faith. Citadel will provide for us. I have no doubt. Okay, there is a bench in here. And I know that benches occasionally trigger just random stuff. Okay, so that's the same text. There's still nothing there. that already heard that text. Already heard that text. Yes, so somehow I need to do something, but that definitely feels. Yeah, that definitely feels related. I mean, if I warp here, set it dispense and warp back, that does reset the shrine. I don't even have to do anything. Just spit back out in the water and I'll be destroyed. I know how to swim. I do know how to swim. Guess what? What? Yeah. That feels related to the quest name I've heard. Also, welcome to stream. Yeah, Bellheart. Maybe Bellheart. Could be Bellheart. Yeah, there is. Yeah, because I'm definitely missing something. Yeah, I'm definitely missing something. I'll go check Bellheart. Yeah, I will go. Yeah, I'll go check Bellheart. It's not. Yeah, Bellheart's not terribly far away. Gotta love the fast travel systems. You're a human, not a monster. I mean, humans are sometimes monsters, but just as a general species. Yeah, nothing here either. We have the Bell Home already. It's not fully decorated just because that's really expensive. That is just really expensive. Hey, Alexander, welcome to stream. Trying to figure out how to unlock Act 3. It's basically the name of the game. Ooh, they finished painting the Bell Home. They finished painting the Bell Home, at least. Apparently, we're missing a quest called Balm for the Wounded, is what I heard is the name. And then I also would very much appreciate finding my missing mask shard at some point. The only quest I have in the quest compendium that is not completed, marked as completed, is Defeat Pale Monarch. We already did that, it just doesn't save that we've done that. But scrolling through here, it sounds like we're missing a quest called Balm for the Wounded that just has not been unlocked yet. Yeah, go back and talk to Flea Master? Maybe? Though I'm gonna go check Burst Shrine again also, because what Sherma was saying sounds very, very related. Yeah, I don't think I read the context. Or is Flea Master round or Act 3? That's kind of the problem. I'm trying to figure out how to get to Act 3. And it is not exactly working, because as far as I'm aware, we've completed every quest. Oh, Sherma's gone now. Oh, there is a quest here. Hey, look, Balm for the Wounded. For the sake of our ailing brothers and sisters, I will descend into the Holy White Ward and search for healing supplies. If you are able, please join me. The company will make the work much merrier. There we go. White Ward is somewhere. White Ward is best accessed from probably going left of Grand Bellway. Actually, maybe right of the Ventrica system over here. here to the right might be the fastest way. There we go. Huzzah. We're making progress. We're making progress. And we've beaten, what, three, I guess technically 3 boss fights today already. Because we beat the Cogwork guy, we beat Voltworm, and then we beat Skull Tyrant round 2. Soon all water will destroy you. I like the water. You'd think for being a cat boy I'd be afraid of the water or something, but I actually like the water. Just not the ocean. The ocean is terrifying. But then again, I try to avoid going to the ocean. I try to go as far away from the ocean as I possibly can. Because the ocean is terrifying. And full of scary monsters. Yeah, the ocean is full of scary monsters and terrifying creatures. Okay, apparently that's like the strongest creature in the entire game. Yeah, swim in the ocean's water every day. I sure hope not. Hold on. Yeah, it is further right. Thank you, Citadel, for having... Or thank you, map, for making it possible for me to... Slightly possible navigate. Probably gonna die at sea, to be honest. That's not great. Can't say that's great. So I'm guessing Sherma is somewhere down here. Where would they be? Do we think left or right? I'm gonna check right side first, because obviously checking the right side is the right thing to do. And yes, that is my entire logical analysis of which side Sherma's likely on, is that the right side feels like the right way. Don't need to spoil me on the direction, right and up and left. It's basically the entire area. Yeah. Oh, that's what you do. Oh wait, I can't go to the right here. I'm guessing it's over here. I suppose I kind of just have to run through the entire area anyways. So I'm not sure why I took the elevator. I'm not entirely sure why I took the elevator there. Because this does not feel like an area Sherma would be hanging out. Though, maybe. But it feels like they're probably somewhere else. Okay. Lots of creepy things in the rooms. Lots and lots of creepy things. White Ward is a very creepy area. Yeah, I don't see anything over here. But yeah, I don't see anything over here. Maybe in this room? It's at least worth checking. Does not seem to be in that room. Cause the interesting thing is I don't see the tracker markers that I normally see, but oh, there is a tracker marker. Oh, they are just off to the right. I had forgotten that. Yeah, I had honestly forgotten that White Ward even exists. Because it's not an area I'm in. It's not an area that I've had to spend a lot of time in. It's not an area that I've had to spend a ton of time in. Right, White Ward. Cause yeah, they're okay. Yeah, those things are actually not too terribly strong either. Cause yeah, where is Sherma? Where's our friendly little pilgrim? Me, and where is my ability to not get obliterated by those enemies? I'm guessing that they're up. I saw another tracker marker over here. Yeah, so they're over this way, and I'm guessing they went up. Yeah, they went up. Okay, so I could have skipped those enemies. definitely could have skipped those enemies. Oh, that's what you mean by right then, up and left. I'm guessing Sherma is... Oh, there's a room here. Have I been in this room before? I don't think I've been into this room before. How did Sherma get into this area? Holy Red Maiden, have no fear. 'Tis only I, Sherma. I found healing supplies, but then the way back collapsed, and I heard moaning from the dark. Oh, how thankful I am to see you. Uh-oh. Hold your gratitude, little one. The dead are stirring. That's mildly creepy. Haha. Okay, they're not actually that. Oh, I like how Sherma's like ringing their bell in fear. Okay. Oh yeah, these things are not terrible to defeat when there's one of them. There is not one of them. There is two of them. That is slightly more difficult. But I know where they are now. That is not the right path. I needed to... Right. I needed to go down, then run to the right. I can also get into that fight with a bit more health. Assuming I don't just run straight into the enemies in this room. Yeah, running straight into the enemies turns out is not great for your survival rate. And hey, we get our cocoon back for once. Yeah, we get our cocoon back for once. I'll take it. Okay, I think I need to talk to them to re-trigger. Yeah, I need to talk to them to re-trigger the... I suppose I could parry the scissor dude. Yeah, parry the scissor dude. Take out one of the scissor dudes. Yeah, take out one of the scissor dudes by parrying them. Okay, that's fairly straightforward to fight them that way. And then I can heal, because these guys are not that strong. So they do deal double damage, which for a weak enemy is kind of impressive. Okay. Yeah, turns out going into the fight with a little bit of strategy helps. It just need a little bit of strategy to make it significantly easier. Oh, Red Maiden. Sorry to have lured you into such danger. And those poor bugs, bewitched by the thread. No sin could possibly warrant such a fate. There you are, coward. Your pity is not misplaced. It turns out strategy helps. Your pity is not misplaced, but better suited for another time. For now, you should look to your own care. Ah, yes, I should get these healing supplies back to the pilgrims' settlement above. My brothers and sisters have waited long enough. Balm for the wounded, wish granted. Was definitely missing that quest. Can you safely make your way back to the settlement, little one? I could escort you if need be. Oh no, I'll lay no more of my troubles upon you, Red Maiden. With the way cleared, I can return under my own guidance. After all, what's another pilgrimage, eh? Haha. Oh, and I have something for you as well. I found it buried amongst the broken relics down here in the darkness, glowing with a pale light. 'Tis an odd-looking thing. Not exactly holy seeming, but I would be honored if you accepted it all the same. What is that? Ooh, it's a spool fragment. I still like spool fragments. I still want to know where the last mask shard I'm missing is. Because I'm definitely still missing a mask shard somewhere. Yeah, I'm definitely still missing a mask shard somewhere. I just don't know where. It's not run into enemy that does double damage. Yeah, the enemy that does double damage slightly hurts to run into. I'm guessing I need to go back to Songplate, though. I'm going to sit at the bench so I have full health for the run back to the Ventrica system, though. Because the Ventrica system is a little ways away. Yeah, far fields. It could be the far fields one that we're missing. That's not a mask shard I've checked yet today. Is if we're missing the far fields one. So it's definitely possible. May go check that after I go poke my head back into Songclave here. And just see what's going on up there. Yeah, see what's going on in Songclave. That would be first shrine. We did get the one. We might have gotten the Farfield's Gauntlet actually. Because if it is the one that is through this room, I already cleared that. Yeah, I already cleared that. If that's the Farfield's Gauntlet. Okay, we made it back up here. Oh, Sherma's actually helping. Welcome back, Red Maiden, and thank you again for coming to save me. For coming to my aid. I'm no healer, but with the supplies we found in the ward below, even my unlearned claws can ease the suffering of our brothers and sisters. That such darkness could creep into this most holy of places, even though we pilgrims kept our promise to ascend. I confess, I wonder at the meaning of it all. But enlightenment does not come easily or all at once. I should just continue my task in the meantime. Okay, I can hear you. The one on the western side? I don't think I'll check the map here in a second. But I don't know if I got that one. It's feeling almost time, eh, bell ringer? You and her who waits up there. That fate meeting won't hold forever. Ready to make your play? To oust one ruler and claim her place? I'll not deny some part of me desires that outcome. Dominance, it seems, is baked deep in my blood. As too, no doubt, for the one up top. And yet, another part resists. A part, over time, I find myself siding with more. That part wishes not to claim a monarch's mantle, rather it see my freedom regained, and this kingdom's bugs unshackled from their pale chains. Remarkable idea you're speaking there, Bellringer. A world cut free. Not a wish I've had much cause to hope on, serious-like. But I ain't so surprised to hear you speak it. Yeah, he was just standing there while I was talking to Sherma going, oi, oi, oi. For all your helping, I've been seeing it clearer. You've still got the monarch in you, all right, in the glare of a weaver. But the ambition, that's wild different from both. Minimal backseating. If you know where the mask shard I'm missing is, please backseat that. If you have already guessed to my desire, sir, and share some part of it, would you offer me aid in the conflict to come? Aye, maybe, yes. I can barely bear to tell it. But there's an idea, one rare disgust, for fear of her up there sensing the score. You've conceived a method, I take it. A way to see a monarch removed, and me left free from claiming her station? Yeah, we have, me and what remains of my family. It's a trap of a sort, beyond the skill of the Citadel. One to go further than just her binding. You'd be just the hunter to set it, if you're dare enough to try. Yes. I'm guessing this is the important quest that we need to do. Yeah, Hornet's the daughter of the Pale King and Hera. Yeah, we can do this. Grant me your aid, sir. If your trap provides a path to freedom, both for myself and your land's bugs, I may indeed choose to trigger it. What work do you require me of? What work do you require of me now to see your service made? It's my family's strength you'll need to be seeking, Bellringer. Us 3 old bugs still alive, spread across this kingdom, and one poor cousin dead and drained, swamps choked rotten. Each has power, raw, savage stuff. For you, they'll give it, if for their fascination at the act, or the thrill of defiance, or because they have no choice at all. For the last part, I'll also be needing that rune setter you're carrying. Clever old weaver tool. That thing, and the perfect base on which to stretch our power. Once you've collected for yourself the other critical parts, I'll ask you to pass it over as well. Okay, so I'm guessing... Okay, we've already got Snare Setter and Seeker's Soul. Seeker's Soul is the thing we got after Roll the Great, wasn't it? Maiden's Soul and Hermit's Soul. Not sure where those will be. I probably should have paid slightly more attention. I probably should have paid slightly more attention to him talking to me. I'm guessing that they're tucked around somewhere. Somewhere. Does he give me more hints? Yeah, down in the Mosslands, still clinging to her failed chapel. That is at least... I feel like I've talked to these NPCs before. I just don't remember where they are. But failed chapel is something I know where it is. Yeah, I know that there's one down in failed chapel that I can talk to. And I'm pretty sure I know where that one is. Because I'm guessing that they're the chapel maiden off to the left of Bone Bottom. That's my theory. And then probably I don't remember. No, I don't know where the other enemies would be, or where the other one would be. I'm guessing that if I can't find it. Ooh, hey, look, the bench is repaired. The bench is repaired. The statue's slightly destroyed, though. I'm guessing they used the statue for repairs for the town, and not for no reason. Madam, I returned seeking power to aid the construction of a trap. At request of your sibling residing atop the citadel. Aye, Hunter. So you managed to rouse the old fool. I've known it coming, felt it, and glad I am. Rest of my family spent far too long huddled and glum. Or dead. Not me. I'd always been thinking of ways to just take what's coming when her up top wakes. Better to fight for freedom or garden ablaze. Oh! Do I know? Presumably not. I don't know where the other soul would be. I'm guessing there's another NPC similar that I've run into at some point. I just cannot remember for the life of me where they are, so I'm going to go back to Songclave and ask. Bell? I don't know where in Bell, other than just Bellheart somewhere. Oh, just Bellheart. Probably faster than me. I mean, I don't think that's a major spoiler. Even though I'm just going to run back up there and ask, hey, where is this? And ask the guy, hey, where? Please show me things. And then we would have found it. Yeah, we would have found it there. We're getting there. I don't think this is Bell Hermit. Yeah, this is... That's not Bell Hermit. So, somewhere up here. Is this Bell Hermit? I don't think this is the right person. No, this is Relic Seeker. I mean, I might as well give them the relic, and then I can buy... presumably something. Maybe not anything, because that's not a lot of... Yeah, Pavo does not... somebody's soul. I mean, you never know. I don't remember who Bell Hermit is. Bellway to the right. I don't remember who Bell Hermit is. Because is it? I don't think there was a guy over here. Pavo seems like the sort of person who might have somebody's soul, though. To be completely honest. Oh, Bellway. Oh, is it that? Is it the guy banished down below? Is it the freaky guy banished down here? Because there is a NPC down here somewhere. Yeah, this guy. Yeah. Huh. So the slave comes seeking. I've heard it. Wishing on a world cut free. Yes? along with my nephew up there. Sounds he's sunk as simple as you.
Yanara.
Will you not provide your aid, Bug? This trap he plans requires power, and I suspect you're hoarding more than most. Oh no, I'll give it. Not in the hope you'll succeed. Bah. In that, there's slim chance. I give just to see that restless energy unleashed. So much soul, bound and formed. Generations of it. All going to waste. Better it's given a chance to blaze. That, I suppose, is the least creepy I think I've ever seen that guy. Yeah, I think that's the least creepy I've ever seen that bug. But that means I think we have all the bits and bobs needed for... Apparently the caretaker's more than he claimed he was. He's more than just a friendly little helpful caretaker. I'm not gonna run out of this room to the left this time. Yeah, not gonna run out to the left. Yeah, I mean, you never know. Pavo might have been just holding a guy's soul for no reason. That does definitely seem like something Pavo would have done. But even if it wasn't actually the case. Okay. Sir, I have the items requested. Craft me your trap that we may set these lands free. Hey, welcome to the stream. We are playing Silksong and trying to unlock Act 3, and also trying to find the missing mask shard I'm missing somewhere. Wish granted. Found it all, did you, bell ringer? Then join me and let's get to prepping. I'll be asking both your silk and your claws for the construction. Yeah, Pavo is a pretty nice guy. He is a little bit of a weird character, in my opinion, but I like him as a character. Stun. The parts are prepared. I'm heading up now to set the heavy thing. Even with the trap laid, best be guessing her on top won't go down so simple. She'll sense what's coming. That blade of yours is going to have to do its work before this thing can snap. I expected such, sir, and I am ready. Set your snare. I shall attend shortly. We have set a snare. I still know I'm missing one mask shard that I want to get before... Ooh, new objective. Destroy soul snare. Scale the citadel and ensnare its monarch in a deadly trap. That's cool. Yeah, I know I'm still missing a mask shard, though. And apparently, at least one silk spool also. Because we're one short on both. And I'd kind of like to at least... Spool fragment I care a bit less about. Mask shard. You guys keep saying Farfields. So I'm guessing there's something in Farfields that I'm missing. I'm not sure where that would be in Farfields, though. Feel free to backseat me on trying to find this mask shard. Otherwise, there's a chance we're here for like 6 eternities. I have the Farfields one. Because, yeah, I'm guessing it's not a quest. Yeah, I'm guessing it's not a quest. And I don't see anything obviously missing on the map. Yeah, I don't see anything obviously missing on the map that would indicate, hey, you're missing a mask shard from this location. Yeah, top right slab has one. I can run up here and look. That's at least a better idea than I have. Yeah, you have it, a spool. Yeah, it's at least a better idea than anywhere else I can think of for where the last item would be. Where the mask shard would be hiding. The parkour. Which parkour? Is it like over here? Yellow or like gray or like red, black, or brown? Because that, I think giving colors makes it a little... I don't know which one metal is, but if you give me the color, that'll at least give me a location. A location I can check. Because yeah, I don't know which one's metal. Ring. Gotcha. Because I am more than a little bit lost, if I'm being completely honest, on where the last shell shard, or not shell shard. Why did I say shell shard? Mask shard is. Because yeah, there are things up here. Yeah, these bugs are... Yeah, the bugs in this area are still a little bit on the freaky side. Yeah, try not to spoil. Yeah, try not to spoil things for Act 3, but if you know where the missing spool or mask shards are, then please spoil those. Because there's not really an indication of where the game put those. And yeah, it's kind of like a just... What spoiler is... Okay, no, I did already get this one. Yeah, I did already get the one through this room. So this is not the one we're missing. Because yeah, I got this like second try. The mask shard up top. So it's not that one. Yeah, there was a mask shard up there that I know for certain we already got that one. Because I almost turned that into a shorts clip. Shellwood. Maybe missing that one. I'll drop some pins and you can let me know which one it's closest to again. Because yeah, I know I've already gotten the one from here. I didn't recognize the room till I went into the room. But yeah, this... Because yeah, it's like there's some missing items. Weave Nest Alta. Could be missing that one also. That... Okay, I fell down a little bit further than I expected. Yeah, that was a little bit more of a fall than I expected. Wormaze, that's a spool. Wisp Thicket. I don't know if I got the one from Wisp Thicket. That yells at me. I cleared the boss, but if the boss... If it's not... It's not the boss. If it's not from the boss, then I don't think I got the thing from Wisp Thicket. No, wait, there was one off to the... I got something over here. Something over here. And then I beat the boss over here. I don't remember what the things I got from those areas were, though. Which I realized does not help. There's no spool and weave nest, it's a mask shard. Because I don't know if I... There's something in weave nest. But yeah, there is something in weave nest. That is not... Oh wait, this is the way I needed to go. Because yeah, the bellway's right here. Yeah. If Bother of Flames, game is most annoying boss for tool you never equip. I don't think I've equipped that tool a single time. I do know where it is. Or I did get it. Do we think we check... Yeah, which thing do we think we check? I've been through Shellwood quite a few times, so I'm hesitant to say it's going to be something in Shellwood. Yeah. You just got it in a save file you have. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I got the mask shard from Weave Nest Alta either. So we can check Weave Nest Alta, we can check Shellwood. I'm not sure where it would be in Shellwood. Or Weave Nest Alta. Because yeah, we're trying to find like a single... Steel Soul steals your soul. Yeah, because yeah. I'm going to guess it's probably not... I mean, if we're missing a spool shard, or if we're missing a spool, that's also useful. Because we're missing at least one of those also. Yeah, I might... Are we... Do we think we're missing the thing in... Do we think we're missing something from Weave Nest Alta? We very well might be. Yeah, we very well might be missing something from Weave Nest Alta. Do I have any memory lockets right now? I don't think I do. No memory lockets. Because yeah, Weave Nest Alta is at least quick to go check. Yeah, Weave Nest Alta is at least quick to go check. Did I get the Wormways Mask Shard? We did get the one... Yeah, we have gotten the Wormways Mask Shard from... somewhere. Yeah, we got the one that was here. We checked that one earlier in the stream. So that's at least a Mask Shard that I've gotten. I feel like I've gotten everything from Weave Nest Alta. I mean, worst case, I just go talk to Eva and get told that I haven't extended my soul enough. But yeah, lady, if in your travels you are able to further expand your nature, return to me. Yeah, like I said, we got the one from Mount Fae that was tucked over here. So we got that one already. I like how we're just kind of checking things. Because it's got to be somewhere. We got the snare soul from up here. I think we already got whatever it was from Weave Nest Alta. Because it's been long enough since we initially came to Weave Nest Alta that I can't exactly remember where things are. Whispering Vaults. I haven't checked that one today, at least. So it could be something in Whispering Vaults that we're missing. I think I already got something from those rooms, at least. But there's still a possibility that I'm missing something in Whispering Vaults. Yeah, maybe Whispering Vaults. Where approximately is it in Whispering Vaults? That's a big area, or that's a somewhat sizable area. Yes, or at least, it's actually not huge. You like bile water? I don't like bile water. It's... though, actually, I like bile water as an area, as like a traversal challenge. I don't like the enemies in bile water. Because bile water is rather terrifying. It has just some semi-frustrating enemies. Yeah, everybody doesn't like admitting they like bile water. It's not as bad as I was led to believe it would be. It's not as bad as I thought it would be from how much people talk about it. But yeah, it is an interesting area, because yeah, I can get to Whispering Vaults from first trying pretty easily. I just don't know where the Mask Shard would be in this area. If bile water's funny, you like it. Bile water is at least... It's a unique area. Okay, where am I looking for a Mask Shard in Whispering Vaults? Because there's a lot of stuff here. I know I already got a pin oil from somewhere along this path. I think I completed a puzzle down here already. Yeah, I think I completed a puzzle down there already. Yeah, bile water, and you touch a drop of the bile. Yeah, that honestly tracks. Bile water is certainly an area. It's not bad if you're not in the goop water. Yeah, where? Yeah, the muck maggots. Do I see that tall, or that black gap in the right of the tall room? This? I'm guessing you're talking this. And I'm guessing that means I'm missing something. Hey, stop trying to sell me things. Okay, those bugs are not too terrible. Yeah, bile, muck maggots, muck maggoted. I just call it goop water. Because it's water filled with goop. Yes. Okay, so I'm guessing there's something in that section that I'm missing. That's probably the last mask shard. I don't think I've gotten it, so that's potentially right below. I don't know where the entrance to that is. Because it does not appear to be enterable from this direction, at least. Yeah, I don't see anything there. Yeah, I don't see any breakable walls from the right. Is there a secret in the ceiling from below? Oh, maybe. Oh, that is a new secret. Oh, that is a new secret area. I don't think I've been up here yet. Yeah, I have not been up here yet. Okay, maybe. Yeah, I hit up. Is it then up further? Oh, there is just a mask shard sitting up here. That would have taken me... I don't think I would have found that one. Yeah, I do not believe I would have found that mask shard. That is the mask shard we were missing, though. Progress. Yeah, if your urine has muck maggots, you should call a doctor. If it's the color of the muck maggot water, you should also call a doctor. Yeah, that's... Oh, so that's where the last mask shard is. That is not an easy spot to find. Yeah, that is not an easy spot to find. Yeah, we're still missing a spool shard somewhere, but I think I care less about spool shards than I cared about the mask shard. Because the mask shard's not... Well, the mask shard's more helpful. And I already get 2 heals off of my spools when I'm in exploration mode. Because, yeah, there's at least one mask shard. I need to figure out how to get YouTube to stop trying to auto-translate chat. Because it tries to auto-translate the chat for me for some reason. And its translations are terrible because it picks English words and tries to translate them to English. High halls. Is there something in the high halls I'm missing? A spool shard, maybe? I guess I can check it at least. Yeah, I guess we can check the spool shards here. Because if we get one more spool shard... Once we get one more spool shard, I think I'll go trigger... Go, say hi to Grandmother Silk. Do I have the one from here already? Because I think I got everything from High Halls. High Halls isn't a huge area. I thought I had all the spool shards, but then Sherma gave me one more. So I'm at least missing one more. And I have no real idea where it would be. Yeah, because there are a lot. Grindle. I think I know where Grindle is. That would be Grand Bellway to Blasted Steps left and then over to the Stitch Fly Camp. Yeah, the sneeze flies. They're the thief flies. Hi there. Blasted Steps. Yeah. I still really like the Bell Beast. They're such a friendly little creature. Yeah, they're such a friendly little friend. Because I suppose I'm also probably missing a couple of purchasable. Yeah, Stitch Flies equals Sneeze Flies. I suppose, yeah. Hi there. After some tasty goodies. That is way more expensive than I thought it was. That is really expensive. And I don't think even the 220 I get from that is enough. I am slightly... I spent basically the entirety of Silksong slightly broke. I at least have places to farm money. What's the best spot? The best spots are definitely in the Citadel. I'm debating between the 3 guys to the left of First Shrine. Yeah, just get good and stop dying. Or just stop spending all my rosary beads on useless garbage. I think the 2 spots I normally have been farming money are either to the right of High Halls. Oh no, you can't make a new line in this. Yeah, I can't make Hornet. I think you can. It's either Shift Enter or Control Enter, I thought. Or just a bunch of spaces, because yeah, there's these guys over here that are not... that I did a ton of just farming. I just farmed for a ton of rosary beads in the past already. Because these guys drop a pretty good pile of it. Yeah, these guys drop a pretty good pile of money. Which does help. These guys drop a pretty good pile of rosary beads. Because yeah, his prices are a crime. Yeah, his prices are a bit of a crime. Is there a cheaper spool from like... that I haven't bought from like Bellheart or... Jubiliana and Songclave? Or do they both sell them? Watch everybody have a one that I couldn't say. Yeah, could almost say Grindel's prices are a robbery. Yeah, I mean, not sure what you expect from the robber, other than various forms of robberies. I'm actually missing 3 spool fragments. I know somebody's mentioned that I should probably get all this, that I might want to get all the spool fragments before Act 3, and I'm not sure why, but I am not opposed to getting all the spool fragments. Okay, these guys, they hit hard, but they give me a lot of money. Yeah, the Achu flies. Hey, if they're called the Achu flies, then they kind of match that I call the fleas the Awoos. Because it took me entirely too long to realize that they were fleas. Yeah, you can bind twice. Yeah, I can currently bind twice, but that's only because I have the extension equipped. And not because I have all the spools unlocked. Yeah, not because I have all the spools unlocked. It does Jubiliana. Yeah, I can just jump when they swing. Yeah, all spools is bind twice. That would be pretty useful, because I don't remember. Okay, you don't have one. Yeah, you don't have one. So 18 spool fragments total. So yeah, would be missing, I think, 3 then. I don't want to use my... I don't know if Bellheart... it would help if I sit at the bench to respawn the enemies I'm going to go fight. You know, that might be slightly helpful if I'm trying to farm enemies for rosary beads if I respawn the enemies. Yeah, possibly a good idea. Okay, and then I can just bash this guy to bits, and possibly get bashed to bits myself in the meantime. Because yeah, Grindel is selling things for basically highway robbery prices. Okay, those guys, yeah, they're not super powerful. Yeah, being a philosopher is your power. Being a philosopher is your power. It just keeps going. Something like that. So yeah, these enemies at least are not too difficult to fight because I fought them like about 1,000 times. Yeah, I fought these enemies a lot of times at this point. Okay, yeah, I will clear them out one more time on the way back to Songclave, and that should give me enough to buy a spool shard from Grindel, and then we can also check the Bellheart shop, because that might have a spool fragment I haven't bought yet either. I've looked at the Bellheart shop already, and I can't remember. Yeah, worst case, I get too much money. I can get extra things from Grindel. Did I not sit at the bench? Did I just walk into the bench room and not actually sit on the bench? Yeah, I walked into the bench room, looked at the bench, and then walked away. That, I suppose, is not exactly what I intended to do. Yeah, that's not quite what I intended to do. That's twice I've missed this. Yeah, nice bench. Yeah, at one point, rosaries just become useless, so you can just become broke. Well, I mean, I still need the rosaries to buy stuff for the time being. If you don't count Underworks benches. I don't count the Underworks benches as benches, because I count them as a scam. Okay, there we go. Yeah, they're not useless if you have the cannon. I suppose that is also true. The cannon is fun. Shard bundles are fun. Yeah. I mean, rosaries are not terribly difficult to get, it just takes a minute. I almost ran out of health right there. Yeah, I almost ran out of health. That would have been moderately unfortunate. Because now I am gonna buy the one from Grindel. I'm just gonna check the Bellheart shop on the way over because it's, I guess it's not technically on the way, but it's kind of technically sort of on the way. In that it is between us and Grindel on the map. Even if it's not between us and Grindel. Yeah, even if it's not, I mean, you could also use rosaries to buy like flea brew and stuff. So I'm not sure if that becomes useless later. Not that I use many of the consumable tools. Because yeah, can I interest me in something? Okay, you do not sell one. Okay, that's what I was checking, is that they didn't have a spool shard. Yeah, Bell Beast. The Bell Beast. They're the friend. The friendly friend. Yeah. Free Flea Blue. Free Flea Brew. I don't think that's intended to be a tongue twister, but that is a tongue twister for me. But yeah, we're getting there. Pretty sure Frey can fall asleep. Sometimes in Act 3. Not... I don't know. Okay. Okay, Grindel. You want your absurd number of rosaries for a spool shard? Take it. That is entirely too expensive. Yeah, that is entirely too expensive. Cause yeah, sounds like I'm still missing Ira. I'm gonna keep saying it as Ira because that's how I mentally read that name. Yeah, can I see my White Ward map? Yes, you can. I don't know where the other spools would be. I don't even have a era something. Could be missing something in White Ward. Could be missing a lot of things. It could be missing just a lot of stuff. Hold on, what's the third spot I could use a... Why do I have 3 markers placed for... Oh, it's the forges. That's right. Because there are a bunch of... I'm also missing... Aira. Yeah, there's also a bunch of just craft metal I'm missing, I'm pretty sure. I don't know why I'm running down here. I don't need anything from... Yeah, I don't need anything from these people. I guess we can bounce on his head for a second. Aira. Aira. Me attempting to pronounce the Bell Beast's name is not going to end well. Not gonna necessarily end super well, given my magic ability of sending things. Yeah, looking like I'm missing something in White Ward, but not where the wiki has the spool fragment listed. I mean, it's a better idea than anywhere else I have to check. Because it could be a weird tunnel or something. Yeah, White Ward's not terrible to get to. Yeah, I can't access that yet. Gotcha. Because yeah, I don't know where the spool fragments are, but it's definitely something on the map. Do I have them all? I mean, I am one spool fragment short of being able to bind twice. Yeah, I'm one spool fragment short of being able to bind twice. I don't know how to get the surgeon's key, not to be confused with the white key. Not to be confused with all the simple keys everywhere. There's a lot of simple keys also. Yeah, I'm one short of being able to bind twice, which is apparently how many there are. Yeah, check via menu. Okay, apparently there's also an entire extra mask shard, but apparently I heard that that's Act 3 specific. Yeah, we got all 4 simple keys at least. Yeah, we're still missing an entire spool fragment somewhere. The real question is just where. This almost feels like something that might be worth like just looking up. Go to White Ward and then go up even more at the place where you go up. That would be... Yeah, White Ward's not that far away at least. Yeah, you can bind twice without any tools. Yeah, we are one spool fragment short of being able to bind twice with no tools. So that is something we're missing. And I'm trying to have things, at least phase Act 2 stuff semi-complete before we trigger Act 3. Because I also feel like triggering Act 3 would be a very good spot to end a stream. Yeah, missing 8 spool fragments, or 4. Missing 4 spools. Yeah, because we're missing... I think we're only one short of being able to bind twice. Because if we had one more, we would have been able to bind twice without any tools. At the very least, so... Is this the spot? Yeah, but yeah, don't know if it's a spool fragment. I mean, it is worth checking. I don't see anything up there. I don't know if this is the place that we can go up from. Yeah, 2 silk, then missing 1. Okay, there's a lot of places you can go up. Because there's like there, and there. Because yeah, there's a lot of stuff just that's just easy to get lost in. Is there something up here? This does not appear to be a viable pathway up anywhere. Well, maybe. Because this kind of feels like there might be a path to the ceiling there. But I don't see anything. Yeah, I'm just kind of checking everywhere. Because I'm very good at missing stuff. Yeah, it does not seem like there's something... It does not look like I can go up there, at least. At the current moment. Because yeah, there's also spots off to the right that have things. Yeah, go down to towards Sherma. Yeah. There's not... That is a path after I get a movement upgrade. That is not a path right now. Because I cannot jump on that wall. Yeah, I cannot currently jump on that wall. But I'm guessing there's probably a second pathway hidden somewhere. I just gotta find... Just gotta find what I'm looking for. Yeah, go back. I'm not entirely sure what I'm looking for. I see Sherma's entrance, at least. Oh, there is a tunnel here. Okay, this is a new room. Yeah, this is a new room. What's to the right? Is this lore? Oath of the White Ward, while song must be sung, none may falter. Infirmity, sickness, death. All are banished from our citadel. I mean, at least they're helping? Somewhat? Why does this feel like enemies? Okay, that feels like a breakable wall. Okay, so there is definitely something up here that we're missing. I feel like I should... Okay, this is not a silk spool. That's a key, though. That thing is freaky. Okay, that is rather disturbing. I don't know where the door is. Yay, bugs are not legally allowed to die. I wonder how that's enforced. Probably poorly. At least last silk cart. Because I don't remember seeing a locked door anywhere down here. Yeah, I don't remember seeing any locked doors. Go back to bench. Odds of me surviving going back to bench. Not great. Because these things deal double damage. Okay, we survive. We survived. Locked trapdoor. I don't think I literally ever noticed a locked trapdoor. Yeah, I can't see any way that not letting the bugs die could possibly go wrong. Because that would be mildly concerning. Yeah, mildly concerning. Yep, I mean, I gotta wait for the elevator. You'd think that being the only person using the elevator would mean that it'd be a little bit faster, but no. No, it still takes forever to show up. Anything over to the right? No? Anything over to the left? Maybe. Slowly scan the bottom of White Ward. But what if I don't want to be slow? Oh, it's probably this. Keyhole at center. Yes, we can use a key. Because this is at least a room. Why does this feel like a boss fight? This feels like a boss room. Yeah, this feels like a boss fight. Did I get the spool at the bottom of the White Ward elevator? Probably not. Okay, these things are a little bit disturbing. Okay, take out the flying one first. Yeah, take out the flying one first. Okay, yeah, these things are more than a little bit on the freaky side. Yeah, I don't think I like these creatures. Something woke up. Okay, that didn't show a boss text. But I am correct in that I cannot attack it from above. Okay, how do I attack it without... How do I deal damage to this without just taking a bunch of damage myself? Do I just let it run across the screen? Maybe? Spitting out bodies. Okay, because yeah, I need to... Yeah, they're both airborne. What do I mean? Yeah, okay, I definitely just got skill checked right there. I'm guessing that is something important. The fact that I have to take the elevator each time is going to be more than mildly frustrating. Yeah, safe space next to the wall. Did I just miss that? Or was I just missing that? Oh, these things are like everywhere now. Oh, we like straight up just like unleashed the horde. Okay, apparently I do need to actually take the elevator each time, though. Yeah, I could also use... I suppose I could also use the parry skill when it runs across the screen at me. That would get me... That would get me something. That was always there. I don't remember that always being there. Yeah, I don't remember that always being there. But they don't seem to show up, at least as a boss fight. They seem to just show up as a enemy. Nope, take me down. I'm just being slightly very impatient. Yeah, I'm just being slightly very impatient. Also, using some of my skills is probably... Tools is probably a good idea. I could also just jump after it, over it and hit it after. Yeah, that's a fair point as well. Yeah, the flying one... Flying one is much more of a concern to me, though, compared to the one on the ground. Though, I suppose they are also technically kind of a flying enemy. Yeah, go to the button, use the button, and go to the spot in between the wall before it goes up. I suppose, yeah. That would work. 'Cause yeah, it's just not the easiest thing for me to dodge this enemy. Especially because I can't tell when it's... Okay, it has a much larger hitbox than I'm expecting it to have. Okay, so it appears that just jumping by default is a valid strategy. Yeah, it appears that just jumping by default is a valid strategy, but it kind of bounces back from the wall a bit in a somewhat awkward pattern. Yeah, it's kind of awkward for me to not get, like, land behind it. Yeah, this enemy is a little bit on the freaky side. Yeah, it has a kind of tail. Okay, I'm guessing I just made it angry. Okay, there's more. Okay, there's definitely more. But at least Big Hat Guy's not there anymore. I don't want to be on the ground with whatever just happened. Yep, okay, apparently we just have Phantom Spears now. Yeah, apparently we just have Phantom Spears now. Which is mildly concerning. Okay, this is not as easy as I thought it was going to be. Because now I'm low on health again. I should switch to my combat loadout, I think. Because I still have my Reaper Crest, which is what I use for exploring, equipped, and not my combat loadout. It's the Unraveled, it's a boss. Yeah, this enemy took you so many tries. Yeah, I think I can see why. Because I'm going to switch back over to Hunter's Crest. Because Hunter's Crest is much more my combat. Yeah, they're not Phantom Spears. The needles were in the background before the boss used them. I suppose. Okay, apparently we just didn't fall down fast enough. So we get to take the elevator again. It just did not fall down quite fast enough there, but now I at least have my slightly more boss-equipped loadout equipped, which I think will help a lot. I think it will help a lot. But yeah. Oh, I see him in the background there. Yeah, these things are not... Yeah, these bugs are not the friendliest creatures ever. But yeah, I do like the Hunter's Crest for combat, though. If I go up against the right wall, he can't hit me. Like right here, is this what you're saying? Though when he's running at me, it feels like he might still still be able to. Yeah, he can still definitely hit me there. Yeah, he can definitely still hit me on the right wall. When he pops up. Gotcha. Yeah, I am not entirely sure the best way to deal with this guy. Yeah, I'm now stuck. I got stuck between him and the wall, which is not helpful. And not helpful. Don't get stuck between boss and wall. Okay, I am learning the patterns, though. They are still rather on the freaky side, though. Okay, that is called how to not do that. Okay. Okay, we cleared phase. We cleared a phase. And that gives me a chance to heal. Yeah, I think I like the idea of staying a little bit more in the center. Yeah, staying a little bit more in the center feels a bit safer to me. Thank you, Lucky Dice. Okay, I think I'd rather take a spear hit than a contact hit. Yeah, spear hit rather than a contact hit feels like the correct option. My health is getting kind of low there, so I need to preferably not take spear hits either. Yeah, I'd prefer to not take a bunch of spear hits either, to be completely honest. Okay, we stunned him again, which means I'm guessing there's another round of things coming out of the ground. Yeah, we're guessing another round of things coming out of the ground. Because, yeah, these enemies are at least not terrible. And give me a chance to heal. Because, yeah, this does give me a chance to keep my health up. Because, yeah, staying closer to the center seems to be a bit more consistent at not having me get insta-obliterated. Until he pops up on the ground in the middle. Okay, I need to keep my health up. The spears are chaotic. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yeah. Wait, if I don't get it this time, use tax. I got it this time. What is that? I don't know what that is. I'm grabbing whatever it is, though. Is that an entire crest? Why does that feel like an entire crest that I've been missing? Or at least it feels that way. It's not a spool. It's not a spool fragment to devote eternal. I don't know what we're devoting eternal, but their memory. Where do I go from here? That feels like not a spool fragment. They are ours, bound forever. That doesn't feel like a spool fragment. Which, I mean, it's something. Acquire all silk hearts. I mean, I suppose that also technically works. That is something we were missing previously, and that we are no longer actually missing. There's something creepy down there. Yeah, tries because you fought it before Cogwork Dancers. That would be pretty tricky. What is this? I don't know what that is. It's broken now is what it is. Yes, that thing is now broken. Breakable wall to the left. Is that left of the top room? Oh, there is a breakable wall here. Oh, yeah, I would not have seen that. Psalm cylinder. That's not super useful. It's not our silk spool. Yeah, it's not my silk spool that I would very much appreciate. Where are we? I mean, we're still in White Ward somewhere. I don't know because my combat combo does not have... am I just breaking all their lamps? I think I'm just breaking all their lamps right now. I'm guessing it wanted me to fall down the middle, maybe? Where are we? Oh, we got dropped into Underworks. I don't like that. I don't want to be dropped into Underworks. Yeah, I don't want to be dropped into Underworks. I don't like Underworks. It's also such a painful area to get back out of. Yeah, Underworks is also just such a painful area for me to climb back out of. I wonder if it lets me climb out of the arena all the way. Or if it just actually forces me into Underworks. That makes me sad. Yeah, silk flies are used as more than lamps. I mean, they are silk flies. And the silk seems to be slightly not friendly in this area. Or in this game. Even if Hornet uses the silk... Have they ever actually been through this door? I don't know if I've ever actually been through this door. Yes, speak confession. You sin cleanse, return, work begins. Barloom never forgiven. Okay, that's a useless 25 rosaries. Okay, I can at least make it through. Oh, that's more easily. There's souls, basically. That's mildly disturbing. But also, still missing 2 out of 2 silk spools. Yeah, still missing 100% of our silk spools we didn't have before. And now I'm lost in Underworks. I went too far down, I think. I was trying to find the Ventrica system. And I'm pretty sure I went entirely too far down. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I went entirely too far down for the Ventrica system. In that it should be... No, we're not far enough over to the right yet. Yeah, we need to go through this room. Right. I need to go through this room also. I need to go through this room also if I'm going to make it to the exit. I had forgotten that there was 2 separate rooms here. I still don't know where the other silk spools could even possibly be on the map. I mean, we got the missing thing from White Ward. Yeah, we got the missing thing from White Ward. But not the last silk spool. And I really don't see anything that jumps out at me on the map. Oh, maybe that. That is... There's a silk spool in White Ward. That right there is at least a thing on the map that does not show on the map. Yeah, bottom of the White Ward elevator. Okay, so that's only one of 2. Yeah, still only one of 2. I can get that one pretty quickly though. But yeah. I'm gonna check what's in the slab. Yeah, below it. Yeah. I hear you. I hear you, and I'm not just saying that. We will check that here. Or we will go get that here in a second. But I did notice whatever it is in the slab. And then we have a second half of the silk spool missing somewhere. I'm just not sure where. Because, yeah, it's not there. There is definitely a pathway that we're missing in the slab. It is up and then to the right, it looks like. Yeah, there is a spool and slab. Because the only thing I can see is what looks to be a pathway up the ceiling here that I have not been through yet. Because I have definitely not been this. I don't think I've been this way. Yeah, that's first sinner. Or is this first sinner? Because there might be stuff somewhere. Okay, there's definitely pathways here that we never opened. At the very least. Because, yeah, we got this. Because it's not that. That's first sinner right there. This is definitely a new area. Yeah, it's like a new little sub-room at the very, very least. With an item, memory locket. That is not a silk spool, but that is an item that's useful. Because that means, I can use the memory lockets to buy stuff from Eva. We did not get that one. Yeah, we did not get that spool yet, but then there's a second spool. Is that one of those things where you peek into Mount Frey? I don't know if I got that one yet. Okay, I still need to go to the left. No, it's up more. I think I'd know how to navigate the slab at this point, but apparently not. Yeah, there is still a rightward elevator one. I will go grab that one now before I forget. Yeah, there's still... Yeah, before I forget one of them exists over by White Ward, I will go grab it. Yeah, definitely missing that one. I will check that here in just a second. Yeah, I will check the Underworks map once I finish the fast travel animation. Because it's entirely possible we're missing something down there also. Yeah, that is the Underworks map that we've got so far. It's possible we missed something in Underworks. It's at that big open area. One or two. Or neither. Because the big open area looks like both of them. Or is it... No, easy? Yeah, it looks like... Yeah, I know I explored the area, but died there, but don't know if I properly went down to get it. Unclear. Entirely probable I did not. Yeah, entirely probable I did not get whatever it is. Why am I fighting these enemies? There's a bench over here anyways, so it's not like I need silk for healing. It's not like I need the silk to heal or anything, because there's just a bench. Because, yeah, I can sit at the bench, start the elevator going up, and then go into the side. And apparently there's a silk spool down here. That's one of the two. That is one of the two that we're missing. Which means that... Because, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Or is the big open area the one over here? Is that what you guys are talking? Because, yeah, we still... because that's half of the last silk spool. You guys might be talking here? Potentially. Which would be easiest for me to access since I'm already in White Ward. Yeah, below the Ventrica. Oh, I might not have cleared this area. Fastest way might be to just run through White Ward to get there. There and below the Ventrica. Cool. I can check both of those. I do think the fastest way to get over there is the fast travel, or is just through White Ward here, at least from my current position. Because yeah, this room's at least fairly quick to run through. Because now I can climb up and keep going to the right. Then we can drop onto fire. That honestly tracks. Yeah, just dropping into fire. Yeah, this is a perfectly valid way to get into White Ward. Or get into this area. And there's a bench down here somewhere. I think it's over on the left side of this room. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just like, wait, where's the bench? So I'm gonna check here first, and then I'll check down below the Ventrica system. Because I think it sounds like there's a spool fragment in both spots. Is at least what I'm gathering. We have one more memory lock, and I don't know if that's enough to unlock the next upgrade from Eva or not. Because I don't know how many we need. But we do have the one extra memory locket. Because yeah, okay, we did get this one. Yeah, we did get the one from down here. Yeah, we're just trying to find the last memory. Or not last memory locket. Last spool fragment that we're missing before we go enter Act 3. Oh, there's something here. That's not actually something. So I think it's below Ventrica is the next spot to check. Yeah, I think below Ventrica is the next spot to check. Which is not that difficult to get to either, honestly. Because I can just run over here, and we actually have the map. Oh, do I need to drop in from... Because yeah, below the Ventrica system is possibly down here? There is a pathway there. Okay, I feel like we got whatever was in this room already. This room feels, or at least this room feels familiar to me. Yeah, we got whatever's in this room. So I think we already got that spool fragment also, if that's where the spool fragment was. Which it could be elsewhere. Yeah, the spool fragment could have been elsewhere. And that's just not the right spot to check. Which is not honestly terrible. Because that's at least one more spot that I know it's definitely not. Go up. Go up where? I'm gonna hit the bench again just because I lost about 8 bajillion health points right there. And the bench is right here. Because I mean there's also the pathway through here over to the left. Okay, there's nothing in that spot. There is a pathway up here that I have not... I don't know if I've fully checked, though this is more towards just the Ventrica system. Because there's then a path... I don't know if I've been through here yet. This might be new. I can't remember if I've cleared whatever's down here yet. I feel like I might have. Yeah, it already cleared here. So I think we might already have this spool fragment. Yeah, we might already have this spool fragment, which is not super useful. Because that means we're back at square one of, I don't know where the spool fragment could be. Other than, it exists somewhere in Farloom. Yeah, it exists somewhere in Farloom. Because I don't see that. Did I check the slab one? I didn't double check the slab. I didn't double check the slab one, so it could still be the slab one. That's in Hollow Nest. I mean, you never know. You never know. It could be over there. Yeah, it could be the slab, because I don't think I've fully checked the slab, because there's that room, in this room that I don't know if I've fully validated does not have my missing spool fragment. Because, I mean, I know the spool fragment is somewhere. It is... I think the fastest way is to go right, up, and then left. Yeah, first one I checked. I at least remember which order I numbered things off in there for this time. I did not need to fall down that hole. Yeah. Deep docks west of Forge Daughter? Potentially? This is not quite the right spot. Because it was like out the top side of this room, I believe. It was like out the top side of this room. I feel like I might have already gotten this one. Yeah, I feel like I may have already gotten this spool fragment. I don't see anything up. I don't see anything down. So if this is the spool fragment, then I already got this one. Yeah, I might have already gotten the one from Slab then. Unless it's the further up spot, but I think I already traversed through the further up spots on my first path. Hey Aaron, welcome to the stream. We are trying to find the last spool fragment that I need to have all the spool fragments. And it is going not particularly the best. Yeah, maybe the Deep Docks one. Yeah, we're searching the entire game for a single collectible that got missed at some point in the past. And then we're going to go and fight a boss. But I want to get the collectible first. Yeah, gotta get the collectible before the boss fight. Which is fun when it's one item in the entire game. So yeah, Deep Docks west of Forge Daughter. I haven't spent a lot of time in this area, so it's... Yeah, I have not spent a lot of time in this area. We got the parkour. Because yeah, I'm guessing it's over west of Forge Daughter would be over here somewhere, maybe? There is a room over to this side. I feel like I already got whatever was through this room. I feel like I already got whatever was through this room. I don't remember what was in this room. But it does not appear to be something new. It does not appear to be anything new, at least, over here. Below the bench. I feel that might actually potentially be it. Because, yeah, that's at least a spot that I haven't checked yet. Yeah, this was a woo. Gotcha. Yeah, that would have been in a woo. The flea. So like down here, we think I can get there. I can get there pretty easily, at least. Yes, it's always the puzzle of where is the one random collectible. Where's this the one random collectible that you need to pick up? Yeah, this is a room. There's a pathway here. That is just lore. Yeah, that's just lore. That's not useful. That is not the missing item. Maybe here? This is not really below the bench, though. Or at least I would not describe that as below the bench. Okay, that's forge. Nothing useful there. Left more. Okay, I mean, I can just keep running through the room until I find some. I mean, there are shell shards over here, which, given how many of those we spent, could be useful. Okay, I don't see any breakable walls. I don't see any breakable walls or breakable floors or breakable ceilings anywhere. Which makes it left? Like left here? Like in this room? Yeah. Lefter. I really need to figure out how to stop YouTube from translating things in the stream chat, because it translated your lefter message into the word broke. And I don't know what language it thinks that you're speaking. I don't know what language it thinks you're speaking. Yeah, I feel like there might be something over here. Cause yeah, it's really, really weird. That's why I have a second stream chat pulled up on a different device. Because the one I keep using occasionally just randomly translates something into like just weird words. It at least tells me when it did it. Okay, I already got whatever this item was. Up and right. Yeah, I'm trying to find it. But I'm guessing that given how much... Oh, this room. I feel like we already got something from that room. I feel like we already cleared something from this room. I don't remember what, though. It's not a difficult room to traverse, at least. As far as I can remember, it's a pretty easy room to get through. Because, yeah, there's nothing up top, at least. Yeah, I can't remember if we got a spool fragment from here or not. These enemies, at least, are not too terribly difficult to defeat. I can get a lot of shards from this, though. Yeah, that's a decent pile of shards. Yeah, it looks like I already got whatever this one is. That's unfortunate. So it's not this one. And I think we already got the other one from Deep Docks. Yeah, we're slowly working through the list of rooms that could have the thing I'm missing. Slowly making it through the list of potential spots for missing item. Because we can check the Greymore one. Yeah, we can check Greymore. We can check Greymore. Let's check Greymore and then Moss Home. I feel like that's a good check order. I feel like that's a good checking order is Greymore and then Moss Home. Because that's at least 2 more spots we haven't looked at this stream. They pointed them towards Moss Home Spool Fragment on day 2. So we probably got the Moss Home one already. But yeah, I don't know where the one in Greymore would be. These bugs are pretty good for just combat, though. Okay, because yeah, that was the last percentage you got. Yeah, that one seems like it would be somewhat tricky. I don't know where it would be in Greymore, though. Because Greymore is a large area. Yeah, Greymore's a large area. So it's not super easy for me to have a good idea of where it might be. Because there's a lot of stuff. I think we probably already got the Moss Home one. Because it feels like it does feel like there's a lot of stuff in Greymore that I've just like missed, but it's also such a large area. Yeah, Greymore is such a large area. Trying to find a single spool fragment it's on the overhang above the right bench. Like up here. I don't know if I got that one. Yeah, I'm not actually sure if I got the one over there. If I got a spool fragment from over there. I feel like that might be worth checking that I actually got that spool fragment and that we're not just thinking I got a spool fragment that we haven't actually gotten or haven't validated that I've gotten. Because I think I only went up there to collect rag pelts. I think that's the only thing I've been up there for, was just rag pelt pickup. And I don't know if I ever picked up a spool fragment from up top. Yeah, I don't know if I ever picked up a spool fragment from up there versus just getting the rag pelts. So that is what I want to go check now. I mean, might as well set up the bench if there's a bench. Yeah, there's definitely something that I'm not entirely sure I've gotten up there. Yeah, the odds of you missing it are like 1 in 3. Yeah, we've found a lot. There's a lot of spots that we've been to and validated that we've definitely gotten X, Y, and Z already. So there's pretty good odds. And I mean, gives me a couple of rosary beads also. Okay, because it's not... I don't think it's up here. Okay, apparently there's just a thing on the ground. Because, yeah, we're kind of up in the area. Okay, we did get this one. Yeah, good thing. It is a good thing I checked, because I could not remember if we had actually gone all the way up. I guess we can double check I'm pretty confident we have the Moss Home one. I don't know if it necessarily hurts to double check that one also, because I'm pretty confident we've checked everywhere on the map already. Yeah, up elevator, go right, and then break the wall. Yeah, because we can check it at least. Because there's only so many spots it could be. I'm gonna not survive going through or through the Greyhaven area again. That would be exceptionally embarrassing. Yeah, it would be exceptionally embarrassing to not make it through this area. Because yeah, can check Moss Home. Because yeah, one spool fragment missing somewhere in the entirety of the game is certainly entertaining. Moss Home, I think, is closest to Bone Bottom's entrance, or Bone Bottom's station. But yeah. Because yeah, there's only so many spots it can be. There's only so many spots that our missing item can be hanging out. Because, yeah, there's... It's not like we have, like, massive missed areas anymore, I don't think. Okay, so you said it was right and up left breakable wall. I don't see anything there, so I'm gonna go right one room. And up left, it could be. But yeah, have we checked the shop and first shrine? I checked the shop and first shrine and I didn't see anything. I will double check Juliana. Yeah, we definitely got this one. Yeah, we definitely got that one. Yeah, I mean, anything that I can't 100% go, we have definitely checked that. I'm just calling unchecked. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we checked Juliana though, and I didn't see one because I think I already bought that one. Yeah, just double checking or checking, because there's only so many spots it could be. It's gonna feel really good when we find this. Cogwork. Is there one in Cogwork? I don't know. We haven't checked Cogwork at least. Yeah, we haven't rechecked Cogwork at least. So that is potentially worth checking, and it's in the general area that we're already in. Because, yeah, anything... Yeah, it's not Juliana. We can check Cogwork. Yeah, we can check High Halls after Cogwork, because in theory we got it. So is it... Where would it be in Cogwork? Is it down here? Is it like down there, maybe? In Cogwork? I'm going to work my way over towards Cogwork, at least. Yeah, Cogwork would be at the bottom right. Yeah, so about where I put the marker. Yeah, we can check it. Because obviously we're just missing something. Yeah, we're obviously just missing the item tucked somewhere. Somewhere unknown. And granted, if I knew where it was, I would not still be missing it. So it being an unknown location does make sense. Yeah, Cogwork's at least not terrible for me to traverse anymore. Yeah, it is still more downright. Right. Those things deal... Try to not jump into the cogs. I say that as I then jump into the cogs immediately again. Because that one keeps sliding out of the wall and poking me. I'm going to drift down slowly and carefully. Yeah, drift down slowly and carefully and then jump into another set of cogs. Because, why not? Yeah, if we knew where it was, we wouldn't be searching for 40 minutes. So, something like that. There's at least a couple of enemies over here. I don't see the silk spool spot yet, so can't mark it off as actually obtained. I can't mark it off as actually obtained yet, or actually checked yet, because I haven't seen where it is in this room. But I'm guessing it is this room. I'm guessing I'm at least in the right room now. Yeah, I've definitely been in here, whether or not I got it. This feels like a dead end that would have had something in it. I don't see it. Yeah, I've definitely at least been into the room. It's just a question of whether or not I got the item, or if I accidentally zeroed out my health pool before getting the item. Yeah, I don't see it, so it looks like I probably already have it. Next spot to check would be High Halls. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to successfully climb back out of Cogwork Core or if I'm gonna get slightly eviscerated on the climb back out. I do have a couple of rosaries that I'd slightly like to keep, but also it's not like their rosaries are that overly important to me anyways. Because, yeah, the rosaries are at least not absurdly important. Yeah. You know I have high hulls. Does it hurt to double check? Given I don't have a better idea. Yeah, I don't have a better idea than high hulls, maybe. Yeah, high hulls, maybe. Somewhere else, maybe. Because, like, I as far as I knew, I had all of them. So high hulls would be... Which part of high hulls is it in? Is it, like, over more this section of high hulls, or is it more like this upper section of high hulls? As I kind of run in that direction. To just double check. Because, yeah, we're definitely just missing something obvious. High hulls would be the highest part. I feel like I've probably gotten that one already. But also, consistent with our current methodology, we're just checking everything until I find it. Yeah, we're just checking every spot that it could potentially be. Because I feel like I got the high hulls one already. The high hulls spool. But I mean, we're obviously still missing one somewhere. Yeah, we're definitely still missing a fragment somewhere. Or spool shard. I have not checked that we've got the Memoriam one yet. So it could also be the Memoriam. We haven't checked it today, therefore it is not... Therefore I cannot validate that we have definitely gotten that one. Which means we will shortly be checking Memoriam if it's not the high hulls. Because it's up from here, if I believe. So that very, very tall point up here. I'm pretty confident we got that one already. But not confident enough that I'm not going to go double check. Yeah, because I definitely remember these guys causing me an endless amount of pain and suffering my first time I came through here. Yeah, these guys definitely caused me a large amount of difficulty my first time through this room. Because, yeah, they are in just a weird spot. Yeah, had not checked Memoriam today yet, though. So what other ideas do we have? Other than high hulls and Memoriam. I checked Bellheart shop. I got the one from the Snitchfly Grindle. Yeah, I got the one from the Snitchfly Grindle. Which is definitely not the one I need still. Okay, can I please just take out this enemy? So that it stops being in the way as I try to traverse up. Or is it just going to fly all the way back up again? This room is, not entirely trivial to navigate. Solely because of those guys. Okay, we've got 2 silk at least. Maybe we get 3 silk. We get 3 silk generation. I did not realize we had 3 now. Cause now I'm actually not gonna make it up here. Due to our friendly little cursed woodpecker of an enemy. Because this is not a lot of health left. I really need to just like focus on just hitting them once each lap so that I can at least, if I hit them at least once each lap. Because yeah, this enemy is apparently just, it's not that difficult for me to, this is not a difficult bit of traversal. Okay, apparently we get to take a second try at that one, at that room. Yeah, those 2 enemies there are just in like the world's least possibly convenient spot. Which is why I'm thinking I might not have actually gotten... That's why I'm thinking I might not have actually gotten the... or the thing from up there. Because that... I feel like had I gotten it, I would have already checked. Yeah, I feel like had I gotten it, I would... Or rather, I feel like I would have looked at those guys and realized, hold on a second. These guys are tough and I don't have a bench. I'm going a different way. Is at least something a way I know I would have thought about approaching an enemy. Which is at least an implication that potentially we have not cleared that room yet. Why did I unclaw line there? I'm guessing it had something to do with the fact that these enemies also have just a somewhat ridiculous amount of health. Yeah, this feels like a room I would have poked my head into and then potentially turned around and then left. Okay, because I want to be careful with how I deal with these two flying enemies to actually take them both out. Yeah, do a charge attack. That would work also, yeah. Yeah, these enemies are not the most threatening anymore to me. But they are still a danger. I'm now at 2 health again. Am I gonna die again? Trying to get through this room? Please tell me I'm not gonna have another unsuccessful... Yeah, they are just in weird spots. Okay, there we go. Yeah, those 2 enemies are just in weird spots, and I feel like they might have kept me from getting through this room before. Hence why I'm gonna recheck. Let's not fall all the way down, because I want to check if we actually got the spool fragment from up here. We did not get this one yet. There we go. Holy cow. We were only looking for that spool fragment for what? An hour? An hour, give or take? Acquire all spool fragments. The achievement has now popped up. That was not an easy... Yeah, like, I saw how difficult that room was, and I'm just like, hold on a second. Maybe I didn't come through here yet. What's the fastest way out of here? Probably right side of this room. Okay, apparently I can't go right side of this room because that's not a valid pathway. That would have been, cause yeah, that room is a little bit tricky to get through. Apparently I just never opened the pathway to the left here. Also, apparently using the map counts as undoing your claw line, which is interesting. Now I need to get back to the Ventrica system so I can go to Terminus, so I can go technically beat the game for the second time and open Act 3 with the next win. Okay, I'm gonna sit at the bench just so I can make 100% certain that I'm not gonna respawn somewhere weird in high halls, or just not respawn somewhere weird. And the Ventrica system is not. Yeah, the Ventrica system for Terminus is not that far away. How many tries do we think Grandmother Silk is going to take me this time? Yeah, you were starting to doubt your memory? I was starting to doubt my sanity, so I think you're in good company there. I think you're in good company. And apparently, I know we have one more mask shard we can get, but apparently that is locked to Act 3 to get the last mask shard, or the last mask. So I'm not concerned with getting all of those right this second. But we are now... I should switch back to my attack. I should switch back to my attack crest. I can play Needle at the bench. I never noticed that before. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to look at was potentially at some point checking Eva to see if I have everything unlocked now. I don't know if I have enough. I don't know if I have enough equipped. I don't know if I have enough equipped yet. But yeah, be 100% under 30 hours. Yeah. I've not done Steel Soul yet. Haven't even... We did technically unlock Steel Soul last stream. I gotta remember how to climb... I gotta remember the climb up. Because yeah, this is not the most difficult climb, but I do need to remember where my various platforms and stuff actually are. Because yeah, I don't... Okay, it's not like that. Okay, because I can go up here, I can go up here. Apparently there's a pathway right there that I just never saw before. Yeah, it should not be that difficult to make it up. I wouldn't think. Because I've done this multiple times already. Okay, right. I can sneak through there. Oh, hi there. Ain't you come a long way, bell ringer, granting wishes, saving bugs, even rousing my sullen family to act. The snare is set above, our power bound along its thread. To your sight, it may seem a crude thing, but there's fair strength to it, enough to quell a god. You and your family have done me well, sir. I shall prove your faith in the meeting ahead. Aye, bring your best, Bellringer. Call forth our great pale god. Cut her weak, then drive the beast down atop the snare. Contact made will stir the snare alight. But only your needle's song will awaken the spell in full. When that moment arrives, you'll see it clear. I mean, here we go. Here we go for round 2. What could possibly go wrong? Given the fact that I know that this unlocks Act 3, I'm assuming a lot can go wrong. Yeah, I'm gonna assume a lot can go wrong. Hey, the entrance is at least not scary anymore. Now that I know I can win. And given that I've beaten Grandmother Silk at least once before already. Yeah, that is not a terrible attack. That attack is a little bit mean, though. Okay, I did not intend to get hit by that. I'm gonna... Okay, this might take me 2 tries just because I forgot half the attack patterns. I forgot half the attack patterns, which is not... Yeah, not great. Holy cow. I haven't seen the spikes on the floor yet. But I know that is a... At least it counts as, like, multiple separate attacks. Okay. That should be phase 2 now? Yeah. Now we get the spikes on the floor and the stuff falling from the ceiling. Because, yeah, Grandmother Silk's not... Honestly, the lace fight to get to Grandmother Silk was, like, significantly harder for me than Grandmother Silk itself. Which is interesting. And apparently there's a third lace fight at some point, which has me rather concerned. I don't like the fact that I've heard that there's a third lace fight at some point, given how much I struggled with the second one. We're not doing very well on the health pool. Does this give me at least enough silk to heal? It does. It does give me enough silk to at least heal. Because, yeah, Grandmother Silk, I think, is going to be a close fight regardless of if we win or lose. Because I can heal again. That's not great, because that puts me at 1 health. And no healing? Okay. Yeah, also remember I have Drifter's Cloak. That would be useful to that would be useful to remember. Okay, so did not get it first try. I think I'm alright with not getting it first try. Just because it is still a fairly major boss. Like, Grandmother Silk is still a major boss battle and not like a just generic enemy. Let's not take a bunch of damage on the way to the boss fight, though. Yeah, not taking a bunch of damage on the way to the boss fight probably helps. So yeah, Drifter's Cloak would help. Honestly, I'm just gonna heal at the start of the fight because we have a lot of silk capacity. I just need to be a little bit more careful. It doesn't seem to be any more difficult now than it was previously, unless there's a third phase now that we have this snare set. Unless there's a third phase now that we have the snare set, I don't think it's necessarily going to be more difficult. Yeah, the hard part is when it does the needles off the side of the screen where I can't easily see them. Because I can very easily dodge them if they're on screen. It's a very Radiance fight. Like, the needle attack that Grandmother Silk throws out reminds me quite a lot of the Radiance fight with the swords and stuff. That is not great. Yeah, beat Lace 3 on your first try. I tend to not beat bosses first try. I'm going into phase 2 with less health than I'd like. I'm going into phase 2 here with less health than I'd like, which has me moderately concerned for my longevity. Yeah, that was not enough health. I beat it second try my first time I beat Grandmother Silk. now I'm on my third try for my second time beating them, which is moderately embarrassing. And naturally, fought 6 times by then. That's a lot of times. Yeah, Radiance is like 10 times harder. Yeah, the Radiance fight's really not terrible in Hollow Knight. The Grandmother Silk fight feels a lot easier, but it reminds me a lot of the Radiance fight. Yeah, it reminds me a lot of the Radiance fight, just with how the attacks go like horizontal and vertical. It's very, very reminiscent to me. It's very, very reminiscent to me of the Radiance fight. Same thing with the title card. I think the title card probably helps the fear factor a little bit there. Yeah, the attacks are not that difficult to dodge. Yeah, the attacks are not normally that difficult to dodge. I say as I then proceed to immediately take 2 hits in a row. I really should just stop talking. Stop talking, start winning. I like that strategy. Stop talking, start winning. Because yeah, I deal a lot of damage with the Hunter's Crest here. having the upgraded Hunter's Crest has me dealing a... I jumped right into that. Yeah, just had me dealing a lot of damage when I... Because yeah, way, way faster attacks than... Both faster attacks than Reaper, as well as the like attack boost that I get for consecutive no damage attacks is super useful for boss fights. Okay, I need to be just a touch more careful. Yeah, it's not that it's overly difficult. I just need to not do that. Yeah, because okay, I just need to play more carefully. That's really all I have to do. Yeah, just stop making mistakes and win. Easy. Okay, that would be counted as a mistake. But that gives me a chance to heal. Yeah, that gives me a chance to heal at least. Oh, come on. Are you really gonna just throw a bunch of rocks at me? I'm gonna use the moment I had there to heal. Because yeah, we're not that far off. I can heal again. Keeps me alive. Yeah, healing again keeps me alive. I am now at much lower health than I'd like. And we're dead. Yeah, one flow, one blow. Just don't breathe. Zote 2017. That is fair enough. I am not sure why I'm having so much more difficulty with this today than I did last stream when we got the first ending. Honestly, it's probably because we're closer to the 4-hour mark than we were last time, and that messes me up because I start getting a little bit of fatigue by the end of a 4-hour stream, which does not help when you're fighting. Does not help when you're fighting a final boss. To be slightly on the tired side. But I want to trigger Act 3. Or at least I want to get the ending that will let me trigger Act. I'm guessing that there's an ending and then I have to go back into save again and probably do something else. And or it'll just immediately trigger. One of the two. I want to figure out what goes on after this fight though. Yeah, this is not a difficult fight. I should not be having this much trouble with Grandmother Silk. Because the fight is extremely readable. And not even that crazy fast. Okay, I just keep jumping in. I keep jumping into those attacks, which is terrible for my long-term survival. Yeah, jumping into attacks is terrible for your long-term survival, it turns out. Do not jump directly into boss attacks. Okay, why do I keep not dodging that slash attack correctly? Because it's definitely a skill issue of some variety there. Yeah, if might conquers might, if an enemy is strong, simply be stronger. Indeed. The great words of the great words of how to win. Yeah, the victorious words of victory. Okay, climb up here. I didn't even make it to phase 2 that time, and that makes me slightly sad. Because this really should not be this difficult. Yeah, this really should not be this difficult of a fight. Because it's... Grandmother Silk is not that tough. Like, they really aren't. Like, there's nothing super challenging in this entire fight. Yeah, always win your battles. Indeed. If you never lose, you always win. Yeah, if you never lose, you always win. So, best way to never lose is just never lose. The most obvious of strategies are obvious. Okay, that was not particularly clean on my part. At least have a decent chunk of health. So yeah, I can then bash Grandmother Silk a bunch of times right there. So yeah, this fight should not be this difficult. Oh shoot. Yeah, side slash, I should use my double jump cloak. Yeah. I just keep trying to get out of the way of it, and it just keeps not working to get out of the way of it. Because these are not terribly difficult things to dodge. That's a decent amount of health. Yeah, preset number 3, always be rest. That one is one I'm definitely actively failing right now. It is precept number 3. No wonder I'm losing. I'm not obeying the mighty precepts of the Great Zote. So clearly I'm not worthy to win. Okay, that caught me. That is not great. Yeah, it's just the fact that these things keep sliding at me from off screen that keeps just really messing me up. Yeah, I can dodge a lot of stuff. But I can't dodge attacks I don't see. Yeah, I can't dodge attacks I don't see. How did I do this so easily last time? This is not a difficult boss fight. Or this should not be a difficult boss fight. I got it second try, my very first time I ever fought Grandmother Silk. And now we're on to attempt like 7 or 8. Which is, while slightly amusing, also slightly embarrassing. Yes, slightly embarrassing how difficult this is proving to be for me today. But we shall win. We shall persevere and free the Citadel. Strength, not might. You misremember clearly. You're a fake fan. the great precepts of the mighty Zote. Honestly, The amount of things I do that are basically just me following the precept of the Mighty Zone is kind of funny. Okay, I just need to not let the ones that go off to the side hit me. And I need to not get caught into that attack. Yeah, these are not difficult attacks to dodge. I just keep goofing it up. Like that was it's definitely just a skill issue on my part, and not actually the boss being like, that was not great. I'm like messing up the timing on that type of attack. It feels like just at least a little bit. Yeah, these are not terrible. Okay, because yeah, I can dodge those pretty easily, honestly. Okay, that sort of works. More not the dead, travel alone. Keep your home tidy. I at least follow a lot of the precepts of Zote surprisingly closely, but then again, they're also, but for them being jokes, for Zote himself just being more of a joke character. Okay, that is not working very well. Okay, it's in the middle. They're in the middle. Spikes are coming. Watch the spikes. Yeah, watch the spikes. Don't get caught in the spikes. Yeah, watch the spikes. Don't get caught in the spikes. Don't get caught by that attack or the follow-up spikes. Okay, that stun is very good because that gives me a heal chance. Yeah, the stun gives me a chance to get enough silk to get a heal off. This gives me a chance to get enough silk to get another heal off. Yeah, Grandmother Silk is a little bit on the angry side. Okay, heal. Dodge the spikes. Dodge the spikes. Keep healing. Keep hitting. I am lower on health than I'd like, especially going into that attack. Heal. Okay. I stunned them. Ah, shoot. Got close there. Yeah, the mothers will always betray you. That one definitely explains itself. Given that one's particularly relevant to this boss fight. Yeah, keep your weapon sharp. We have a pretty sharp needle. Yeah, I think that attempt I was probably only 2 or 3 hits away from winning on that one, which makes me just gotta get better and not fall into the spikes. Yeah, don't fall into spikes. Not sure where that is in the precepts of the Great Zote. Yeah, not sure where don't fall into spikes is in the precepts of the Great Zote, but I'm sure it's in there somewhere. I'm sure it's in there somewhere. Did all the precepts of the Great Zote. Yeah, I can also hit this. Every time I've tried to do that, it doesn't work. But I am aware that is something that, at least theoretically, is a valid option. Yeah, I just need to... I just clearly need to just stop losing and start winning instead. Yeah, just easy. Easy strategies. Yeah, just easy strategies, stop losing, start winning, and then you win. If you just never lose, you always win. Oh, I'm gonna get caught by that one. Like, keep your cloak dry. Yeah, always win your battles. The true believers of Zote. That phase 1 went really fast. Yeah, that phase 1 went really fast right there. I like how Hortus just like randomly just like looks around like what's happening? Because yeah, if I stop taking a bunch of damage, I also deal more damage the less damage I take. Because thank you, Hunter's Crest, for being fun. Oh, it does get them to retract. I have to hit them from the side, not the top. Gotcha. Gotcha. I was always just bouncing on them I was just always pogoing on them from the top. So no wonder they would never retract. And no wonder they were never retracting for me. I was hitting them from the wrong side. Okay, I might as well heal when I have a chance. Yeah, whenever I have a heal window, might as well use it and not wind up in wherever I just wound up. Okay, this is going decently so far. Okay, that was not ideal to take damage right there. Okay, there we go. Yeah, respect your superiors. You want to needle in. Yeah, it's not about the direction of attacks, but number for the spikes. Gotcha. Because I was only ever doing it the one way. That doesn't seem great. That really does not seem great. Oh, hey, look, Lace is gonna save us from getting sucked in, but then get sucked in themselves? Uh-oh. At least we claw line. That was very dramatic. Uh-oh, things are collapsing. So previous ending was just some Silk. Some Silk just ran around. Things like collapsed in like. It looks kind of like an earthquake just hit. That does not seem good. That seems really not good. Hey, we got an achievement. That seems really not good. I don't... Yeah. Team Cherry has only one way to start an act. Fall to your doom. I mean, I don't think we fell to our doom starting Act 2, did we? Did we beat Last Judge and then just walked in and it just started Act 2? I don't... Actually, no, we did fall to our... We did fall to our doom into Underworks right at the start of Act 2, didn't we? So yeah, it's you just gotta, everything's just falling, but the amount of, or the fact that Silk shot out of the ground and was infected by, yeah, the elevator. The fact that Silk shot out of the ground and was infected with some black something is not, I have concerns. I have concerns about what happened there. And that makes me rather concerned about... I mean, that would be what Act 3 does. Yeah, Precept 16, don't hesitate. Oh, yeah. But yeah, the great precept of the mighty Zote. But yeah, that is... That is a terrifying ending. Yeah, we have not finished the game completely yet, though. Because I know there's an Act 3. I'm guessing that the moment I enter the save file, I trigger Act 3. I feel like that. I feel like that's a good spot to leave the stream for the day. Is with whatever that is, just sitting there. And then we can, in the next Silksong stream, we just launch right into what I'm assuming is Act 3. I feel like that's a good way to work it. Haha. Yeah, new background. Creepy background. I'm gonna end today's stream there, and we will start Act 3 next stream. Because that feels like a good way to, that feels like a good cut point. And it's also about at the right time anyways. So yeah, thanks for stopping by the stream, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. I don't remember what my schedule is for next week, but I have it on the end screen. I have the end schedule already on the end screen. And yeah, hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, the thing that YouTube requires me to say, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.